Dance.
Thank you, Kevin MacLeod, for once again giving us a free theme song until I get off my lazy ass and make us one.
They saved you once again.
Yeah, I gotta get that shit together. I've been lazy. Yeah. So hi everybody
Hello.
out there in interwebs land.
Yep.
You joined us again.
It's Friday.
I'm sorry.
Well, it definitely takes devotion if you're listening to this show the day after Thanksgiving. Probably full as fucking. You're probably most people are probably passed out right now.
I can't get to the thing. What's on? Fuck it, I'll just leave it on. So, I hope everybody had a good holiday. And yeah. So, what did you do, good sir?
What did I do?
Yes, you.
Well,
Uh-huh.
You already know what I did, but the audience doesn't.
What do you think I'm asking you, Ian? Smart.
But no, I was busy setting this ultra wide monitor that takes up most of my desk here.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice, 34-inch ultra wide. So by the way, let me show you the. Let me minimize this. Okay, I guess I'll just have to.
Ooh. Oh shit, hide your porn.
Oh yeah.
It's in the folder called not porn.
Right. But yeah, I have this this spaceship like space scene on it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't even tell if I think you saw it. Let me so I could kind of tell. Oh yeah. And also, like I was showing you before we started the show, I have these here, these two monitors, which are like 24 inches, and pretty much this equals those, you know. So I mean, it's pretty nice. It definitely has a lot of real estate. Like I've opened up Photoshop. I haven't opened up my 3D programs yet, but with Photoshop, it definitely has like a lot of real estate. That's for sure.
A lot of like when I was reading about when I first got mine, they're like, oh, there's split technology to use it, as two separate screens. But you really don't have to do that. The way Windows is set up, you just put a window over to the side and it snaps it to the one side of the monitor or the quarter, the bottom part. So easy. All you got to do is move it around. So,
yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I have a lot of plans for this monitor, I mean.
A lot of porn on that bad boy.
HD porn. Yeah, I have like so many porn windows open up at the same time.
Tap, 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 tap.
Got to multitask now with your porn.
Right.
Maybe just give like a little corner maybe for an article or two with the porn,
Well, And just don't, I wouldn't have my face on any of that. Just like, have you hear my voice. That's bad enough. You don't have to see the, screen.
Right. All right.
Excuse me.
But yeah, I was talking with you before the break. I was busy trying to get the FreeSync to work with it, but I think I have to get a display port cable, and if that doesn't work, it might be my card that doesn't officially support it.
Right.
I think I was reading somewhere that there's like with some of the older cards you could do kind of like hacks or whatever, but I'd rather make sure it's reliable,
Right.
But I'm going to be using this for my newer computer anyways. So, like I was telling you before, I have this on my older one, my day-to-day computer. And for what I'm calling my main workstation computer, I haven't set that up yet because I have to figure out like all my cables and cable length and everything. And I got to, I'm waiting to get that Huey on around Christmas. And then I'm going to get the arms and stuff for those two monitors. And then I have to figure out all the cables that I need to get, all the display port cables, extra HDMIs. I was maybe going to get a USB hub so I could have USBs routed through my desk and stuff,
Mm-hmm. Cool.
It's a lot more planning that I have to do with these glass desks because you can't have it as you can't have it as sloppy because you can see through the desk, so you got to hide it better, and you can't drill through the desk, so
right.
It's a lot more planning.
You can, but you don't really want
to. Right. Yeah. So I figured that stuff out. Also, I got to adjust some things. I noticed with the monitor when I restarted the computer, it wasn't recognizing the monitor for some reason. And I had to put another monitor on there for it that would normally recognize and then unplug it, then plug this monitor in. So I don't know what was up with that. If I had to adjust the refresh rate back to 60 or I have to adjust something on a monitor. Thankfully, it's been recognized when it comes back out of sleep mode. So that's good, I guess. I don't know if that was just a one-time fluke, but I have to see when I restart the computer again. But I really don't have to restart it that often. I don't know about you, besides like updates and stuff.
my monitor? No,
your computer.
Oh, I only have one update just recently. It only updates when it's like, okay, I got shit off. Update and restart? No, but god damn it. But
right.
Yeah,
so I'm just pretty excited about that and the holidays in general. I mean, a lot of tech and stuff.
Tech.
I'm getting my battle station. I'm getting better and better. Slowly. Got a new 3D printer, new monitor, new computer. Hopefully, a new drawing screen. That's the main thing I'm trying to save up for next.
New year, new me. No, wait, it's not New Year's yet. Fuck. Oh my lord! God. Go ahead.
I've been looking at. I want to get the monitor arms and stuff too. Trying to look at prices. I was texting you earlier this week. I wonder if they have some really good deals on the monitor arms on eBay or something, because I would buy a used monitor arm because that's just, that's more mechanical. You don't have to worry about that having dead pixels or something,
I bought a used one and it was missing part of it is all. I bought on Amazon. Yeah, I bought it on Amazon and they let me return it right away. So that was cool of them.
Yeah, that's cool. Now, yeah, I was gonna ask you, what's the I know you have the mount it and the Vivo or whatever arms.
I have a yes, the mount it ! And Vivo, but I haven't bought one. I bought I think this Vivo. I bought earlier this year. I think they've kind of updated them. So I'd have to look because I was trying to tell Ian last time that the Vivos have a different mounting system, and when I try to find an example of it, they all seem to kind of be the newer style, which was better. So you just kind of look, see what you get. By the way, I did not send this in the email because I just saw this and I wanted to share it. I'm going to do a screen share here.
Okay.
Because this is so goddamn stupid. Atari speaker hats. A new listening experience. Yes, Atari, the manufacturers of such classics as the 2600, are making baseball hats with fucking speakers built under the bill. Limited edition. Oh, now they're only $100. Normally they're 140.
What is that like? So other people could hear, or is that just like headphone type of thing?
It's speakers under the bill of your hat. Which
so
I don't know if
it's kind of like you have a what do you call those? A boom box on your head or something?
Yeah, like no one told Atari, hey, your ears are on the side of your head. I don't know why you'd want it. That's okay. I just saw that.
When I think about that, you think it'd be more of like a contraption. You know those beer hats where they have beer things on the sides of it?
Right.
I just think about speakers like that,
Right. But no, that would make sense.
Right.
But anyway, have you been up to anything else this week, sir?
No, I was going to say, for the monitor arms, the main thing I'm looking for in a monitor arm is I want it to have about 25 inches of reach, which I think most of them are like 23, 24, somewhere around there. I want it to have as long reach as possible, so I can bring them whatever monitors that I need really up close to me, and I want it to be for the drawing tablet. I want it to be able to be on towards the edge of the front part of the desk, so I could tilt it and then draw on it and stuff.
Right.
Ben he said he had an extension for one of his monitor arms, so it's even longer, so you could put it on his lap or whatever. I don't need it to be that far. I don't think. I guess I got to sort of, when I first get the monitor, I'll play with it without a arm on it, with just its own stand, and see what I'm comfortable with. You're
gonna play with it, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna play with.
Well, you already gotta go. You're already blind.
I got 2 hands. Hey, you got 2 hands. You can play with that, and you play with yourself.
Well, okay. Yeah.
If we're gonna go that way with it, I guess.
Right. So what have I been up to? Okay.
What have you been up to? How was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, Thanksgiving was all right. The actual day of, Morgan and I stayed home, and because we went to my parents last week, hung out with Ben and Mom and Dad. Excuse me. The day of, we just stayed inside and ordered pizza.
Oh, okay.
So we just had Domino's. And they were open 3 to 11. Yes. And then
yeah, I saw a $15 coupon for Domino's on the Newegg site. The deal, the Black Friday deals.
Cool. I don't know what deal. My wife just went to the website and ordered us a pizza, and I said okay, and I went out and got it because they have a drive-through. Then today we had to go to work, and now it's the fucking weekend. Thank God. I don't participate in Black Friday because, like I told you before, it's all a ripoff.
Yeah, I got my monitor. My monitor normally costs 300, and I got it $50 off for a special promo code that I caught by accident looking through the daily, not the shell shocker things, but like the Newegg has like every few days like 48-hour deals and stuff.
The shocker.
No, not the 24, the 48, like the usually like the weekend deals and stuff.
Shocker. But no, cool.
Yeah, so yeah, I got my deals earlier than the Black Friday, so like I'm not. Yeah, I figured the Black Friday things are your better chance getting it before or after is the better deal.
Yeah, like I almost bought a Vega 64 liquid for $620. I was like, okay, and now good luck finding one under 700. So, it just everything goes sky high just to cut the top off a little bit, and if you wait long enough, you'll find it just floating around in some limbo where the price makes sense. So
Well,
at least electronics.
I was trying to show my parents what I wanted to try to get around Christmas, that Huion monitor, and it's going for about $650 right now. And I saw, I was showing my dad, it was on sale on Amazon for like $100 off, and I checked back like a few hours later just to see if I could find any other kind of deals with it, and it went back up within a few hours. And I know that it wasn't like that for a while because I had checked it earlier that day. It was the normal price, so like it went on sale and then went off sale like within hours.
And
so I don't know what was up with that.
Well, like I'm in the data hoarding community, and it's a big thing for people that they like start watching the Western Digital has what they call the Easy Store drives, which go up to 8 TB, and they're normally $200-300. They've been on sale as low as 160, 150. So they went on sale again recently for like 170, and people are like, "Don't fucking do it! It's a ripoff. Just wait for 150." And now they're back down to 159. So, it goes up, it goes down. You just gotta watch it. It's newer technology. If it's worth the fuck, it's not gonna go away anyway, right away. You know what I mean?
Have
like
you seen that though? Like hourly fluctuations of price that large though? That's pretty crazy.
Oh, I told you my cart. I put a GPU in it, and I said this is the one I kind of want. But I don't want to get it yet. I want to wait until it either goes down or I have some money burning a hole in my pocket. And the next day, this went up $100-something. Why? But like you said with RAM is stupid expensive right now. Power line adapters, those are another thing that's stupid expensive. You can catch them on sale. I bought the one I'm using. It was a 2-pack for $25. And now that same one doesn't exist, but the next closest one is $100. So yeah. It's all you gotta strike when the iron's hot, man.
Yeah, it's like, what is it, like $100 for 8 gigs of RAM? 8.
It's like the bare minimum. You can put 4 in a computer, but what do you? That's an upgrade option. What are you gonna do? Turn it on and turn it back off? That's about all you can do with 4 gigs, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's just crazy. Yeah, the RAM isn't really fluctuating. That's at least that I'm not 100% sure because I'm not really paying attention to it since it's so fucking expensive.
Right.
It could be fluctuating from really high to really, really high. I don't know. I just know it's staying really high.
Right. Whenever I was doing my build, I put all the important stuff in my list, and then every day I would check it, and if I would see how this was higher, I would like RAM, I would just Go, nope, what's the cheapest? I'm buying that. I'm buying that. And then I end up just going to the store and seeing it for the same price. And I don't even remember what clock speed it was. I just said, okay, and bought it. Because that's one of the things that would fluctuate when I was buying, it would fluctuate every day. Now they're kind of just going up and up and up. And everyone's like pissed off because you got to have it. DDR4 is stupid now. I don't think DDR3 is as bad.
No, it's still bad though.
Yeah.
Any kind of NAND flash, so SSDs and RAM are crazy.
I mean, I understand it's stupid expensive and all that, but I have an M.2, which granted it's a eSATA, it's not PCIe, so it doesn't really matter. It could have been a straight up SSD, but it's a terabyte, and I paid less than $300 for it. And now if you pay $400, you might get $250. What? No. But
no.
What?
Yeah,
No!
The mechanicals are doing really good though. You could get I saw that you could get a 10 terabyte for like 300 now.
Well, that's what I was saying. The my drink over. The easy stores are 8 terabyte and they're like 150, so almost 10. But anyway, in the grand scheme of things, I guess I want as much as I can get for as little as I have to pay. I think that the ad I saw said that the 8 terabyte is $22 a terabyte. I think. No, or is it gigabyte? Shit, now I got to do math. Hold on.
The cheapest 8 terabyte I've found is like about around 240, 250. The same for the 1 terabyte like regular SSD. I think is about the same because I was wanting to get both a 1 terabyte and a 8 terabyte mechanical.
What did I say? 160 divided by 22. Yeah, so that's 7.22. So that's, I don't know. Anyway, numbers, math. I don't know. I've been hoping for a big TV for Christmas, but that always lowers the amount of Benjamins you get. So,
oh, you probably get royally screwed with the TV sales on Black Friday.
Yeah,
that's like the number one milk or breadwinner or whatever you call it for them.
Yeah, they're like, basically in December they like give them away.
Yeah,
because the new models are out in January or whatever. So, sir, is it time for battle stations?
Sure, I guess it doesn't look like anyone else is coming.
Well, maybe, but who knows?
We probably shouldn't wait on anybody.
Well, message me the invite and I'll send it out to Ben and Doug.
I texted Doug the invite because I can't find him on the invite thing, so I sent him the text, and I invited Ben, but I could give you the link thing if you want to try to text Ben if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, you said you don't get that thing at the top, so.
No, I said message me. Now anybody watching can join in. Fuck. We're going to be flooded with viewers. Fuck.
People don't see that. They just see the video. They
don't see the chat?
No.
Oh, okay. Show you how up on it I am, huh?
It's cool, man.
So, anyway, dog. And so where's the station?
Yeah, we could let's get to some station.
Oh, Doug says I'll be on shortly.
Man, you're a battle stations.
We're not waiting.
Station.
We're not gonna mean that. For Doug, that could mean the end of the show.
Yeah, 1 in the morning. Hold on, my workout ran long. What? What were you doing, Doug?
Yeah, he just pops in on the show in a stall or whatever, you know,
Right.
bathroom stall.
Yeah, I'll be home soon. I just gotta go. What? You taking a dump? What are you doing?
Wearing a soft shirt.
Soft. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I saw this guy.
Okay, so my theme is like a bunch of monitors, but I guess it kind of revolves around the ultra wide since I got an ultra wide myself. So
did did you see this guy's album?
no.
I okay. I saw this and I in the comments he shared his another album, like a gallery of his build, I guess. And the comments, the first comment I saw was, the photos of the unpacking and the regular state of the rest of your house made me chuckle a bit. He says, also 2 mouse pads, because he's got the mouse mat and he's got the light up one underneath. I'm on top of it. See it?
Oh yeah.
I mean, but that, hey, the mouse mat, technically, yes, it's a mouse pad, but it's so big you could put another mouse pad on the motherfucker. I mean,
yeah,
that one's
mouse
bigger
pad
than mine.
on the mouse mat.
Right. I mean, that one's bigger than mine, I think, because he's got a full size keyboard too, and he's got like half of the. No, actually, that's 3 because that's 2 mouse mats and a mouse pad. Jesus. Yeah, do you see it? Because right by the numpad is a line. That's 2 of them.
Oh yeah.
Wow, didn't even catch that. Okay, because someone said 3, and I'm like 3. And someone said, also, obligatory need to vacuum post because he needs to vacuum. Oh, and someone said, no, throw away all that anime shit. Downvote. But
I wonder if somebody's ever taken, you know, that like those rubber floorings that you see at like car garages and stuff that like interlock together.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody like cut it to size where that's like their whole desktop, you know?
That guy I was just telling you about, Zeos, his desks are covered in 1/4-inch yoga mat.
Oh, really?
So he has equipment on his desk. Like he always puts amps and headphones and shit on his desk, and he just takes the rubber feet off the bottom because you don't need rubber feet if your whole desk is covered in rubber. And he does soldering too in some of his videos. So he flips over his mouse pad so the rubber ends up, and then he also got another foam mat to go over top so it doesn't burn into everything. But anyway, yes. So this guy has. It looks pretty decent in this picture. I said, okay, yeah, cool. You know, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, right.
Right.
You didn't look at the gallery though, huh?
No.
Okay, here we go. So here's the first picture he showed. There's, the parts laid out on some kind of table or Sterilite container or something. I don't know if that's like his girlfriend or a dog or a kid, whatever. Okay, starting to be a little dirty. Okay. And I think that is that a bong in the back? I can't tell. See there on the left there? What is that?
Oh, I have no clue, man.
I think it might be a bong. Anyway. Okay, whatever. Second picture. Oh, just too getting look at the background. It's a little dirty.
Yeah, it is.
And then third picture. Is that a ferret? He's got a fucking ferret running around his living room. Fucking look how dirty that is.
That's just nasty.
And then another one. So same dirty ass picture. He's got a 1070 Ti, which is, I don't know why he didn't just go for a 1080 instead of the Ti. I don't know. I thought that, I mean, am I right? That's the price difference? Because I'm not actually up at all on NVIDIA pricing.
What are you asking?
He's got a 1070 Ti.
Yeah.
Let me see what they go for. I don't want to look at, let me see.
I think that's around the same performance as a 1080, maybe a little bit less. I think it's like an in-between type of thing.
1080 GP. Amazon. So available from different sellers. Yeah, so let's see, $700 for a 1080, not Ti, just the 1080. But you got a now see, granted, this is, I don't know what model he's got here. Is this a EVGA 1080? $1070, I mean, Ti. It's $500, basically.
Right.
So let's see. If he goes with the 1080 instead of the 1070, $600, $630. Yeah. I don't know. Does the Ti make that much fucking difference? I don't.
Well, I think at least for the 1080 it did, because the 1080 Ti was actually better than one of those, like, those really powerful Titan cards or whatever.
Oh. Yeah, I don't.
Yes.
I apologize for all our listeners. I am not up at all on my NVIDIA cards. I've never been or pretended to be an NVIDIA fan, so I don't even look at them.
Well, I don't really understand them much myself, like what the whole TI line is supposed to really mean. Is that just to have a separate line that's like offset slightly higher?
I mean, there was supposed to be the what do they call that? The not the consumer, the higher the high end cards anyway, right? I mean, that's what I thought the NVIDIA cards were supposed to be, like, not like a step supposed to be a rung above the AMD tier.
Right.
So making a pro consumer is like, what? I don't understand. Why would you pay more money? But whatever. I don't. The guy, he got on Newegg too. I was looking at Amazon, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, point is,
there's 1050 Ti though. Those are the 1050s and the lower ends. They make TIs across the whole spectrum. That's what I don't understand it.
Yeah, because you can get a 560, but that's all. You're not gonna get you're not gonna find a 560X or something, right? I mean, basically, I think
both Intel and NVIDIA are both really confusing with their lines,
And then I also don't know the number system. I mean, I understand the RAM, but when you get like the 990 or whatever the fuck the numbers were, and then 1080, I don't know.
What I want to know is, are they going to come out with like a Fury X version of the Vega cards?
The Vega, supposedly, the rumor is not Fury X, but like, do you remember was it? I think it was Asus. Whoever put out the card that had 2 GPUs.
Oh, the Red Devil things?
No. There was a card that had 2 GPUs, like a 2X, I think. And they're rumored to be doing it with the Vega cards, but there's been no actual leaks yet. That would be crazy, because then it would technically be Crossfire, which isn't really supported anymore. So take that with a grain of salt. But anyway, so yeah, he's got this dirty ass floor.
Yeah, I know we harped on people for not having that many pictures, and now I get it. I get it.
I mean, like, well, the thing, it's like shit everywhere. And then this, picture. Oh, look, even the table they put on is kind of gross. It's got splooge on it.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then, like, I think maybe that wasn't a bomb. Might have just been apple juice or something. I don't fucking know. It's got
that's the nice thing about my glass desk, is that nothing really sticks to it. I've even had like super glue accidents where there's like some super glue spots on the desk, and I was able. Since the glass is so smooth, I'm able to just like just rub it off with my fingernail or whatever.
You rubbed it off. Something gross here, by the way. Look at all the cat hair on his speaker. And then like behind here out by the he's got his fridge, and he's got what looks to be the handled samurai sword.
Hey, that's got to be in every redneck's house, man.
I mean, I don't keep mine. I guess that's a gun sack there too. So I don't know. And then dirty ass floor.
Or do
And
they?
then
No, the real test is, do they have a set of nunchucks hanging?
oh, pretty kitty. I see the little calico down there. No. Whoop. Meow. He's got it. See, he's got a monitor right there in front of his kitchen with dirty ass dishes piled up in the sink. It's fucking that creepy ass monkey thing right there. And then he's got.
I dusted off and cleaned off on my desk when I got my new monitor, just because it makes it feel even better than,
Yeah.
even newer, I guess.
Right. And then he's got he put it down and it says the front. That's the side. That's the where the fans are is the front. That's the
Look
side.
at that junk in the front or side.
Right. There's this cable management along with a bunch of shit on the floor. Oh, another image. And see, there's the money shot. He prettied up one corner. So when people put one picture, that's because that's all they can afford to straighten up.
That's all they'll be ours to do, right?
Comments. Why didn't you buy a vacuum too?
Because they don't make vacuums in RGB yet.
Right. Well, if they had an RGB vacuum, would you buy it?
Maybe if it was wireless.
So
I'm in the market for a wireless, a new vacuum cleaner.
Someone says, "Looks good. Now you have time to vacuum. Go away, Mom."
Actually, now that I think about it, at least one of those little autonomous vacuum cleaners will look good in RGB, because that's always going around your apartment or house or whatever all the time. So it's like part of your decoration then,
What, like a Roomba?
Yeah. By the way, what are you drinking, sir? I'm drinking one of these the Smirnoff Ices.
Oh,
It's like a cranberry.
I finished off my Mountain Dew spiked lemonade, and I moved on to another Baja Blast.
By the way, did you see I picked up, they had a Mountain Dew Holiday Brew.
Yeah, I watched a review on it, and it just taste like a watered down Code Red.
Yeah. Yep.
Because it's Code Red. It's Code Red mixed with the regular green Mountain Dew.
Yep.
So,
well, it looks like they put in too much red then, because
it's still fucking red.
yeah, it's not yellow or anything.
It just tastes watered down.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one, I saw this post, and I saw that second post, and I laughed my ass off. Like, boy, his place is a mess.
If I recall, I think that's the more colorful out of the three, I think.
Ooh, this one's still nice.
Yeah.
He's got a little tablet on his desk, and a little potion right there. Potion bottle with a little light underneath it.
Yeah, those are cool, because that's from that. They look like they're from that Zelda game or whatever,
Yeah, I think it's Breath of the Wild. I think is whatever he said he's got on there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to identify his headphones in the dark. I'm pretty sure these are Sennheisers here. Those Urbanites.
And what are those dots on it?
Dots?
Like black circles on it or something.
What?
No, go back. Hold on. I have it switched between us. Yeah, it looks like there's it looks like black holes or something, like 4 or 5 of them on the bottom ones.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't read the comments at all. I'm just trying to guess. I think those are there it is. I think the top set are a pair of, if this loads, I think the top set are a pair of these.
You're probably right.
These right here.
Yeah.
Just going by the shape. I'll have to look at the comments. I don't have any fucking clue what the bottom pair are. He's got a little in-wing case with a little stormtrooper on top of his 1080 Ti. He's got a bunch of shit everywhere, which I always love it when they got their art and their figurines. He's got some kind of tablet here. I don't know if it's like a Surface or what it is, because it's running Windows. Let me go back to the comments. Scroll here. Wipe my glasses off. Okay. Oh yeah, because the title, he's like, Breath of the Wild on PC is beautiful. And people start talking about the emulator he's running it on. Gets 60 FPS. Ultrawide monitor. There we go. Intel i7. 16 gigabyte RAM. Supernova 60 PSU. 1080 Ti. Asus Strix motherboard. Yeah, it's got a Surface 15-inch i7, a 34-inch Predator, and a 28-inch 4K Samsung. Oh, with more pictures. So you can see the top one's at an angle there.
Yeah.
And
I do like the accent lighting.
Yeah,
Nice.
and he's got a to cover up his wiring too. He's got that flat molding that you just stick to the wall. That's got like a, what do they call that? Like a double stick tape on the back of it.
Yeah.
Then you
Those
can get
race
it.
space.
Well, you can get it at a hardware store. Apparently, I didn't know that until recently.
Would you ever get one of those those wire bins or whatever where you
like a Signum?
Like where you just put all the spaghetti of like wires and adapters or like power bricks and stuff inside just like a container, you know, and
No.
as like a cover and stuff, you know?
Oh, no, I would not. I have two big ass shelves here that my countertop is resting on. I can stuff all my cables behind that just fine. So no. But what the hell? Hold on, I clicked a possibly inappropriate link. What?
I'll just switch to me then.
Oh my!
It doesn't even matter though because we've been demonetized before we started the show. I mean,
well, yeah, but I don't want them to flag us and remove us.
right?
Wow, I thought this would be okay. Now I know that's not totally inappropriate. Guy and a girl, she dunks down underwater, and what do you think they're doing? They were hillbilly hand fishing. Yeah, fucking giant ass fish. Okay. So
I like to fish with dynamite.
Okay. But yeah, he's got a couple other pictures if you want to see it from different angles. It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah, that one's pretty. It's pretty good. I mean,
not seeing any real what lights purchased from Amazon. That's people always like, what kind of lights did you buy? Fucking just go to Amazon, dude. What the fuck, dude? All you gotta do is go to Amazon, type in string of lights. People are like, oh, wow, how'd you do that? Are you retarded? Have you never done any of this stuff? But, okay, so let me scroll back up. I'm not seeing anything about, like, what headphones he has, which, I better. What headphones are those? And, nope. And, okay. And your third post, copy. Oh, I remember this one. What do you do when RGB isn't enough? Crystal. I remember, didn't Luke from Linus Tech Tips do a PC with crystal in it?
I don't know.
I thought, hold on. Yep. Yeah.
No, that's crystal. For those that don't know, what is the crystal?
It's rocks.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now. The geo. It looked like a geode or whatever it made it look like.
I mean, it's
Amethyst.
I don't know. I didn't look at the comments. I'm assuming somebody said, well, somebody asked, what'd you use to glue them down? And I should just, if no one said it, I'm going to say, so someone saw a lot in his tech tips.
Yeah, you should do that.
Okay, well, what'd you use? Oh, it's quartz, someone said. Hot glue gun.
And that's about the least like permanent way to have it in there because it's since hot glue is just rubber, you could just peel it off if you need to. I would definitely wouldn't do like a super glue or whatever. That's like you're committed then, you know.
Right. You can just change your mind.
Well, I want to know is this. I was looking on the like the Newegg deals and everything, and I noticed they had a tempered glass box PC. Like those shorter box computers. Nate has one of those types of cube computers, but it was tempered glass on all sides of it, which looked kind of interesting. I wonder if they should make towers where you can switch out the window. So like if you're not ready to commit to tempered glass yet, but you might in the future, you could swap out the acrylic for glass and then put it in there, Because a lot of these case manufacturers they make like similar, pretty much the same case, but with it's an acrylic or it's in tempered glass,
Right.
They should make it like swappable somehow, I guess. I mean, I'm sure you could do your own kind of mod with that, I guess, if you take all the rivets or whatever out of the molding or something. I don't know. And you have it cut to the shape that you need.
Just, don't be a little pussy.
Right.
Man up. See, here he is. He's cleaning the crystals in water. Then he glues them down.
Yep.
Then And he comes back the next day because something happened. I don't fucking know. I mean, granted, I mean, was he gonna have to use a heat gun though, like to get him out of there? There's a chance you could fry something, but
Well, I don't know. I would imagine if with enough force, you should just be able to
rip him out.
Rip it out of there, because both materials that's glued together is way harder than the glue itself. So it should be quite flexible.
I'm pretty sure that that's what he ended up doing once because he had a problem and he just tore everything out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you get as artsy as you want, I guess. But
now, what was the purpose of that build? Was it like he opened to test out to see if the energy from the crystals or something was going to help with benchmark?
I don't remember. I just remember going, ooh, Luke's always doing those oddball ones. Like he did a build with he put mineral oil in it. So everything was submerged, which looks cool until you have to work on something.
Yeah.
And it's like, eh. But yeah, this guy. Why? Because aesthetics. What was? Oh, the shroud was reflecting spots of light. Oh, he did. Whoops, he did link it in the description. Okay, I'll delete that. Are you sure? Yes. But yeah.
Don't take backsies.
No. I deleted.
You probably deleted for you, but not maybe the rest of the world.
You can.
Frank's like, that's good enough.
Yeah, I don't care about anybody else, Ian. I don't know if you know this. It's got a dream catcher hanging up. I mean, for what I remember Jay saying, the airflow in this case wasn't the best to begin with.
Now that I see the silver and the light, that looks like a Mac Pro computer.
No, it's like a gunmetal, he said.
Yeah.
Kind of, what GPU is this again? I forget.
I always liked the Mac Pro designs, like the ones with the handles and stuff on the tops and bottoms. Those definitely felt more like a computer, because it's like those would be good for carrying around like at LAN parties and stuff,
Yeah. It's a AORUS, which is Gigabyte 1080 Ti. I actually was looking at getting a AORUS 580 for a minute, because they're the higher clocked 580s. Huh, what do you know about that shit? Oh, look at that. What's this? Is that a fan controller? I think it's a fan controller. Looks to be.
Yeah, that's another thing I'll probably have to get to, is for all the fans that I'm going to have in my computer case, because I'm going to get one of those AIO coolers eventually, and those you have to put like 2 or 3 fans in those.
My case has a built-in fan controller, but it's built into the wiring. I just don't have anything hooked up to it, because you can put up to I think 3 fans in the front, and then there's just a little switch on the side of the case that you can control the fans with that if you want. But I didn't have any accessory fans or whatever, so I just have my regular. I have my CPU fans. There's 2, and then they have a Y splitter, so it connects to one header, and then my rear fan connects to the motherboard somewhere, and that's the only ones I have at the moment.
Yeah, I was researching those Y headers, and I came across a video of a guy saying that you shouldn't. You got to be careful with those, you have to read the specs on your motherboard, because some of those, if you put too much voltage on one header, that could actually mess up your computer, and it's been known to catch computers on fire, actually.
Fire. Well, see, I have the I'm using Noctua fans, and I'm also running inline voltage reducers that make them run slower so they're quieter.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, he was saying, because you got to watch out for that, because even if you're within the specs of the motherboard, you gotta look. There's I forget what he said but what it's called, but when you start up the computer initially, there's going to be a larger initial spike than it is even on larger than its max speed. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you turn on the motherboard, it's going to have spikes within the fan voltage initially, and if that goes over, then that can mess up the computer.
Oh.
So like, if you gotta watch out, don't get like a 5-way splitter on one header. You know. If you need a splitter, it's better to go straight to the. You'll have to go to the get one of those adapters to go to the power supply directly. Then.
Yeah. See, mine has a Y splitter like this.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's low noise adapter, which you put in line, and it makes the fan run slower, so it's quieter. It actually runs so slow that it kicks back an error whenever my computer restarts. I dropped it down a bunch of times, but some people just shut it off. I don't want it to not give me a fucking error if my fans aren't working, though. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel me, dog?
I feel you.
I'll show you my CPU cooler here.
Yeah, you got the Noctua.
I have the NHD 15. So it comes with 2 Noctua fans. The one I don't have it like this. On this setup, the rear fan is right there by the I/O. So I don't have the fan there. I have a fan on the other side of the heat stack here, and I had to raise it up kind of like this because the top of my RAM was hitting the fan. So yeah.
Now, you said like those can be used with liquid cooling or something somehow? How does that work?
Use what?
The cooler.
No. No, they're just air.
Like, I thought you were saying you could do something different with those just besides the air cooling.
No.
You could put 2 fans on there, though, you said?
Well, it comes with 2 fans.
Okay.
But I wanted to get, like, accessory fans for the front of my case.
Can you put 3 on there? Because there's one in the middle and then one on the other side. Could you put a third one on the other side?
Why? Because there's a case fan right there.
That's true.
So,
but like, people will put.
See, this is how mine is right here. This is pretty much exactly it.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't need it. I don't have any problems with airflow, like, because I've seen people do like this. They put fans under their GPU, but unless you're really got some heat issues, I don't see the point, because you have fans on the bottom of your GPU, so they'd be blowing air every fucking where.
Yeah.
Your air is everywhere.
Well, I was trying to research, like, because you're supposed to put it in a push-pull configuration. You're not supposed to put it, like, have them both facing each other because that's what I initially thought. I thought, oh yeah, it'd be cool if you have 2 and they're just like both blowing intensely inside of the cooler, but I guess it's better to have the airflow go through it and out the other side, you know. So
right, that's the way you want it to do. Blow in, cool off, and blow out.
Yeah. So, but I was trying to research, and apparently it's not as like helpful as you would think, having a secondary fan though sucking it out the other side. Just one fan just blowing through is enough, I guess.
Suck it.
I think they said it's only like a couple degrees difference.
Huh.
You would get.
Oh, you don't say. But yeah,
they need to switch out those fan colors though, man.
Well, Noctua, this is the original fan color, but they changed it up. You could also buy black with like a dark brown here. See?
So you get a dark brown poop.
Well, or if you really care, you can get black with like different colors around the edge. See, reds, yellows. Personally, it's like you're paying for the fucking luxury of having Noctua. Just, rock it.
Right.
Quit being such a pussy. That's what Franklin says. Yes. Quit being such a pussy. Franklin, 2017. Jesus. Oh, this guy he made a mining rig. Look at this. Copper tubes with fucking Noctua fans. Those fans are $20 a pop. 20, 40, 60, 80. So over $100 in just fans before you even get to the copper tubing. It's a mining asshole.
Yeah, you gotta give up our gaming for the miners to make money.
Jesus, look at this. He made a copper fucking thing to hang all of his shit from. Jesus. I hope this son of a bitch blows up and starts leaking all over his motherboard. Yeah, water cooling. Fuck you, guy. For his couple dollars a day. For the price of a cup of coffee.
See, I would picture you'd use something like that on like a server rack or whatever,
Yeah, but there's no money in server. There's money in mining, apparently, so.
Yep.
Sorry, I had a thing I was going to open later, and I forget where it was. So this, the crystal stuff, that's pretty sweet. It's got a good aesthetic. Close the extra gallery. So you got the guy with the Overwatch gal on his main screen here. You got Breath of the Wild, and you got this one. I'm gonna guess you like this one, and then maybe this one, and then this one. Or do you like this one because it's got more RGB?
Yeah, I gotta go with that one, and then the Zelda one, and then the last one last, I guess.
So
it's really hard.
I open.
Yeah.
Hard.
Close.
When you're hard, you're hard. Sorry, got some of my eye here. Shit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I would have to say. See, neither one of these have enough screens for me. This only has 2, so that's even less.
Yeah, can I say something about the last one? Like, they should have put You should put the widescreen on the bottom at least.
No.
Ultra wide.
No.
Why not?
That's not how I have it. No.
You want larger on the top?
I have larger on the top. So no. No. Everybody and their brother has a big screen on the top and a little, or big screen on the bottom and a little dinky fucker on top, and I always think it's stupid. So no. No.
Okay.
And no.
Okay.
No.
So what's your order then?
You're right. This is hard.
You said hard.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
As opposed to soft.
Soft. Well, I'm gonna go with this one first. This one's second, and this one third. This one's third because there's just not enough here. I mean, I like the monitor layout, and I like the computer. There's just not enough in there to keep me interested. This one, I feel like I could have fun there. It's got enough cool shit. This one, this would be higher if I didn't know the condition of the rest of his house.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I got it. I'm trying to be objective.
I could show up, and if we show this to Doug, let's not let him see the rest of the house until after he says whether or not he likes it, because it's gross.
And speak of the devil.
Oh,
what's up, bitches?
Bitches. How's Doug doing?
Well, Doug, who is not a bitch, is chilling.
Bitch.
Hey, listen here. Bitch.
Doug.
Bitch.
I don't know if you can see my screen right here. What do you think of this computer setup here?
All right, let's get into this shit. Actually, give me a second.
Blow it up here, full size for you.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's not bad. Seriously.
Okay. I do enjoy the way it is laid out, yes.
Yeah.
Now in his album he included this picture, which is his main one, and they said, "Oh, here's some more pictures of the build." And let me okay. Here's his house. Okay. Oh my God, he's got shit all over the floor and his cat. Oh, he's got a fucking ferret running around with shit all over the floor. God, get a vacuum. Shit everywhere. And then, oh my God, look at his dirty fucking dishes in the back.
That's what I gotta say about that room, man.
And
something tells me that he put everything in his house on hold that way he could do this build.
And look at
number one, you're never supposed to fucking build on a carpet anyway.
Well, look at this nasty splooge on this table. Ooh. And like his samurai sword in the background. And the second, look at all the cat hair on that fucking speaker.
That's not cat hair, that's ferret hair.
Well, I mean, he's got a cat. He's got.
And who fucking puts the vegetable oil on the fucking floor right beside the dishwasher? Wait a sec. Go back up. Why the fuck haven't you done your fucking dishes when you have a fucking dishwasher?
Hold on. Look at this. Is that a bong? What the fuck is that? In the top left there.
The fuck?
So, but yeah, all this gross, nasty shit, and then like
he just does
dirty table.
He put
Frank, that's not a bong.
It's for this build.
It's a creative use for a flower vase. That's what you're supposed to say.
And look at his nasty pile of cables and his dirty dishes right there. And then there's and see there he put the front. That's really the side.
Side, you dumbass.
And look, he's building on the carpet, Doug. He's building on the carpet.
Oh my God.
And see the final result. So he cleaned up one corner of his house.
Now, this build is actually built specifically for World of Warcraft vanilla servers, and I will have you know that the vanilla servers are actually really hard to do, especially if you have never played the game before.
Nah, I think he's into Overwatch, I would guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we had him, we had this dude here, and this guy, which you can't quite see from this picture. Let me zoom to another one. He's got he ripped off Luke from Linus Tech Tips. He's got
crystals.
Yes, crystals in the side there. Which
Fucking
it kind of looks it kind of looks like he just had a glass panel and broke it.
Honestly, that's probably what he did.
No, he got quartz in this one. He doesn't have as much. It's kind of I
want it to look like somebody broke a side panel up of my case. That way it can make it look so much cooler.
So but the quartz helps with the spiritual energy. It helps overclock it.
He needs to get one of those Himalayan salt lamps. But
although I will say we'll probably have more crystals in the distant future when we could store data in them, probably, you know.
Yes.
Like okay. The crystal skulls of Indiana Jones.
When I was looking at GPUs, I went to a website for the manufacturer of one, and it said, "Well, dual BIOS, so you can game and mine." And I'm like, "No."
Give me
That's adding to the problem.
Okay, Doug. Well, there you went. Well, sir, would you like to see mine?
What order did you go with?
I went with 1, 2, 3. So I just flipped the first and second with you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the third one just feels kind of boring.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool looking. Don't get me wrong. It's just a little incomplete.
Yeah. And
then this one, well, if you're going by upvotes, this one's got let me refresh it. So it has 125. This dude's got 278, and Mr. Dirty McGee has 635. So
that's because people can relate, right?
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, the general disarray of your house is refreshing."
It's refreshing. That means it's like better.
Mine now, Ian. Mine for this week, I went with not really a theme. It's more what I want to say.
It's more of a not theme.
It's a theme.
On theme.
It's variations of a theme. Let me say that. Not one I can like the same kind of almost same kind of battle station, but different. Here's the first one. He's got my tower. He's got a big ass desk mat, and he's got a microphone arm. I can't even tell what microphone he's got here now that I look at it. Yeah, I can't tell, but he's got a a Razer equivalent of my mouse. So audio engine amp. Looks like you have the HD6XX, which are the mass drop headphones. Once again, he's got a mass drop thing going here. He's got the audio engine speakers. He's like, is there a way I can make this look a little better? Because he's just got a shitty cardboard box right there. I didn't think about it. He's got his webcam right up there by the speaker. And everyone's like, just put a piece of wood up there and paint it to match. Just kind of true. And this guy was like, oh, it's so cramped. And I'm like, look at that big ass statue he's got right there.
I know, right?
So it's not really. And he's got his keyboard and he's got his mouse and he's got the whole mouse mat left. So he's not cramped. He's just got all his shit in one corner.
Right.
How about
But,
you just buy the fucking same motherfucking desk that he has right now, because it looks like it's one of those base decks that you can get at fucking IKEA for $3.50 and just set it side by side.
well, I don't know how much room he's got on the rest of the room because he didn't show anything else. He just showed the one. But what does he have in here?
By the way, I'm going to show Doug. Check out my. I finally got my ultra wide in the
Tumblr?
mail here.
Check out Tumblr. Check out
I got an ultra wide monitor now, 34-inch. Takes up like my whole desk here.
Boing.
Yeah. I have my two monitors here, which I was making the point that ultra wide is like two of these monitors. You know,
what kind of monitors you
24-inch.
got there, man?
These are just one is a Samsung and another is an Asus. They're just 24 inches.
It's still 24 inches, man.
That's what she said.
The ultra wide is a 34-inch, which is a LG. So, yeah. Frank has the same type, but it's a little bit
older,
I guess.
It's older, antiquated. Now, here's another guy who's got, once again, looks like an ultra wide and a portrait monitor.
Now, I do have to ask Doug. Would you ever do that, Doug? Have a portrait monitor?
For me, it'd be very hard. Like the way I like to do stuff, it'd be very hard to do a portrait monitor. I get why people do them. I can't imagine myself doing it myself. You know what I mean? So, yeah, probably not.
See, I've got my music player. I use it for that, and I've got when I browse Reddit and stuff, it helps. But
yeah, the Reddit coding, chats. A lot of people do the Twitch streams,
So this guy's got M audio speakers. Looks like a what's that fucking Sennheiser?
Is that a Yeti?
That's the blue snowball.
A snowball.
Yeah, snowball. Smaller. Looks like I said, a Sennheiser, or not Sennheiser. Steinberg audio interface there in the middle of his desk. He's got a drink right next to his computer. Oh my god! He's got his vape juice.
Douchebag.
He's got a
60%
keyboard and a knife.
A kniff.
Yes.
The kniff.
And then the third setup I have. Did you see this? See the theme here? Kind of, it's variations. This one actually I think has the highest upvotes currently. Let's zoom in here with a bigger. Oh, that's as big as it gets. Oh nope, there it is. He's got a bit of a problem with keyboards here. He's got a few here, and he's got a nice one here, but another one over here. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's got something like 9 keyboards. See, this is a Yeti. It's white. It's from Blue.
Oh yeah.
He's got a FX audio, a headphone amp. It's kind of cool. He's got a USB right there on his monitor, so you can just tap into his keyboard right there. A lot of people were wondering where his mat is for his mouse. It's a MX, like the patents and everything from Cherry. This kind of discontinued. You can still kind of find them, but I posted a link in the thing about it. But he's got an in-wind case with a bunch of fans there. It looks like a water block on the thing. Gotta go back. Everyone likes this clock. Someone's like, I like that you got your keyboards on the wall.
Somebody ripped off Linus.
Everybody does. Looks like these are the Philips.
What the fuck is going on with this wall? The fuck is that shit?
It's like stone.
It looks like mausoleum wall.
Maybe he's in a mausoleum. Maybe he's dead.
Seriously though, that actually does look like mausoleum wall.
And then somebody was like, where the hell? Someone's like, oh yeah, like how do you sit in the center? So he replied with this stick figure.
But no happy face.
Why is your head so big? So he posted an actual picture of himself. I don't have that big of a head.
Oh, I sit here and I play the game.
Huh, how'd you take this picture? I said, oh, how? Oh, he says, don't ask how I took this. Okay, because they're like, not this shit again.
Siri, take this picture for me. Hey Siri, let me take a selfie.
Okay. But
Okay, you filth of humanity.
you disgusting weeb.
Let me take a selfie.
That should be a patent, like if the iPhone can detect if it's attached to a selfie stick, it won't take the picture.
So yeah, I mean, this one, I agree, it's a little crowded, I would have to say, in comparison to like, it's like tighter, not so tight. Ah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Tight.
tight. Now, this keyboard down here, for one, this one is a different layout altogether. You can customize him. I'm not sure if they made it or not. Is this just a box of keycaps? But yeah, I mean, if you could do it, shit. I mean, I would do it, but it costs money.
You know, I got my Lay's potato chips right beside my computer.
Oh, look at this, 2 phones right next to each other. Oh boy, little drawing tablet there, man. I think it's nice. If I had to vote, I'm assuming I think this one's my favorite personally. It's got almost 6,000 upvotes already. It had like 400 earlier today. I was like, damn, this guy's only got 26, and this guy got 121 with his box. So, what do you fellers think?
Well, what was your order? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say number 1. Still probably this one number 2, and then this one number 3. He's got more room here, but I like this one better for some reason. I like the little cactus. It's cute.
Yeah, you always like the little plant accent.
Ian, what do you think?
I agree though.
This one number 1, and then what's this one, 2 or 3?
That's 2. And then what?
And that one number 3? Doug?
Yeah, it's a little bit messy.
Yeah, number 3, number 2, number 1.
So this one number 3?
Yep.
2?
Yep.
1. Okay.
Here you
go. What? What the hell?
Best part about that.
Do I win? I like that if he uses his mouse, it falls down that hole.
Hilarious.
Ooh, that keyboard.
Shitty battle stations.
Oh, yes. Oh, God, yes. Have you been there?
Oh, let's not go down this rabbit hole.
We're already down it, dude. Oh, my. Dude, look at this.
The only thing after shitty battle stations is neckbeard nests, and that makes your skin crawl.
I don't.
Why did you tell him that?
Desk. Oh, here we go.
Oh my!
Dude, what the fuck?
Drawers.
Is that okay? Turn your fucking dresser into a desk with just a cut.
The thing with those neckbeard nests is you'll find containers
dude.
with new substances created in containers in their bedrooms. You know,
Piss. Wow.
I wonder if they've ever discovered a new species in any of those bedrooms.
Wait.
Neckbeard nests.
Piss.
Like rowing.
2014. This was in my dad's reloading shop.
What the hell is that?
It's his PCMR, PC Master Race, in a reloading shop. So he set his shit right next to his dad with the supplies, reloading bullets.
Well, you know. Wow. Gotta love
Oh, here we go.
That's not as bad as it could be.
Yeah, it's. Hey,
It's got N64 and what is that, PlayStation? Hey.
yep, PS1, and looks like just a really shitty laptop.
Oh, is that an Xbox or a PlayStation up there in the
Xbox.
Oh. Cool.
3DS.
Got a gentlemen, is it time for the news?
I don't know. Are we still down the rabbit hole here?
I'm trying to dig us out of that motherfucker. Come on.
Yeah, come on, Fragman. I just lost control of this. It's up to you now.
I can't silence his microphone.
It's just leaning, dude. It's just on its side leaning.
It's doing a lean.
It's got a big ass chin too to be on its side.
Badass tablet. Badass mouse.
Finally got that
Badass keyboard.
Finally got that second monitor I've been wanting. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
You know what? You have to admire the ingenuity. It's clean. It's actually centered. There's a sound bar.
I hate sound bars.
Right?
You know, it doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
I don't think you would actually quantify that as a bad battle station for someone who doesn't have much. That's a battle station kiosk. You know,
Battle kiosk.
new Reddit. We just did it, ladies and gentlemen. We just did it. Came up with the new Reddit.
Battle kiosks.
Battle
Wow.
kiosks.
BKs.
Wow. Okay, so play the news theme, please, quick.
He's sucking us further down in. Battle kiosks.
The news with Ian, Frank, and Doug. See, every time I think I'm out, you pull me back in.
I love this one. It's so simple.
But
Oh, we lost him, Frank. But
he-
you can continue on with your news.
we never had him. Okay, hold on.
Oh, come on. He's just a big soft teddy bear, man.
He's soft.
He's our soft teddy bear.
Copy. Okay. Our first news story of the evening. As soon as I get this stupid thing to... Okay.
Just mother.
Ubisoft buying back its own stock to prevent Vivendi takeover.
Oh, Ubisoft.
Ubisoft has announced a buyback program in order to prevent French media conglomerate Vivendi from...
Oh, shit. Fuck it. I can't get... There was an ad in front of the ad, so I couldn't close out of the background ad.
Oh boy. Or to keep them from taking over the company, the game company has granted a mandate which will allow it to buy back a total number of 4 million shares until December 29th of 2017. Once the shares have been repurchased, they will be canceled by Ubisoft, which means they will have no value and cannot be reissued into the market. That's their master plan, huh?
Yeah, well, I remember we did an article a while ago about them. There was going to be like a takeover by this Vivendi with the shares and stuff, and I guess this was a good news for Ubisoft. So
Ubisoft.
Boobisoft.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right?
Yeah.
Yay, Ubisoft gets to keep making shitty games.
Game?
Oh, you don't like the Assassin's Creeds, Doug?
Well,
I thought you said you like the older ones.
I've got 3 words for you. Assassin's Creed Unity.
Is that the one where they're in like London, the Jack Draper or whatever?
Dun, 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 dun.
Nice.
Battle stations with Ian.
Station.
Battle
Station.
kiosk.
Yeah.
Station.
So, enough of Ubisoft here. Okay.
Ubi.
Gamers
Station.
aren't overcharged, they're undercharged, says Wall Street analyst. Oh boy. In the wake of Star Wars Battlefront 2's bungled microtransactions implementation, one analyst has adopted a controversial stance. I actually read this article earlier and I laughed my ass off. Evan Wingren, a financial analyst for KenBank Capital Markets, has said in a note to investors that the negative reaction microtransactions in $60 games, such as in the recent case of Star Wars Battlefront 2, is an opportunity to add to the game publishers despite the transitory risk that comes from EA's decision to temporarily remove microtransactions. Gamers aren't overcharged, they're undercharged, and we're gamers. This saga has been a perfect storm for overaction as it involves EA, Star Wars, Reddit, and certain purist gaming journalist outlets who dislike microtransactions, said Wingren. According to him, the cost per hour for video game is still much lower than TV and movies. This is even taking into account paying $20 per month for loot crates and on top of the $60 admission price. Assuming the player in question plays the game for around 2.5 hours per day for a year, it comes out to 40 cents per hour compared to 60 cents for television and 80 cents for a movie rental. Quantitative analysis shows that video game publishers are actually charging gamers at a relatively inexpensive rate and should probably raise prices, he added.
Someone just got a payout from a publisher.
Yeah. Somebody said, hey, tell them that we're not that stupid. And
Hold
no.
on a second. I think I speak for everybody. The few times I think I can speak for everybody when I say, fuck you, biatch.
Yeah, I agree with this picture here of Dwight Schrute. Do it. I dare you. Because it's bad enough a $60 game when they, charge out the ass for all these microtransactions. They made entire videos on what it will cost you to buy everything in the fucking game. Go ahead. No one's
okay, it's all just skins. Okay, it's all just skins. Unless it's
pay to play
mods. Bastards.
Gotta pitch in to win.
Let's
me pitch in to have somebody else fuck off.
Right. Let's see what we got here. Oh. Uber concealed massive hack that exposed data of 57 million users and drivers. Firm paid hackers $100,000 to delete data and keep breach quiet. Chief Security Officer Joe Sullivan fired for concealing October 2016 breach.
So here's the question.
Yes?
Would that be considered an Uber hack?
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh boy.
Maybe another company will get a lift off of this controversy.
Yeah. None of this should have happened, and I will not make excuses for it. Uber's chief executive Dara Karkowski said in a statement.
Ski.
Okay, how do you pronounce this, Ian? Khosrowshahi.
No, I'm just
I'll wait
making
for
fun
it.
of
Go
the name.
ahead. Go ahead.
Not making fun of you. I'm making fun of the name.
Go ahead. I'm waiting. How do you enlighten me? How do you pronounce it? Come on.
I don't know, man.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You pronounced it probably right. I mean,
so yeah, Doug, what do you think of this here? This Uber fail.
Well,
okay, to my opinion, now that Doug gave his, that's his opinion.
Honestly, they done fucked up. I mean, Lyft is really going to get a bump out of this, most likely, because Lyft is the first big competitor to Uber. So,
right,
you will see Lyft literally get a bump off of this controversy.
Well, Uber
they're going to get a lift.
Yeah, Uber said they were going to try to have driverless cars eventually, and now that was already a hard enough pill to swallow. Like, people are like, should I do that? And now this comes out, and we're like, wait a minute. So you're going to have driverless cars, but you can't, back up my data and information? No, fuck you. So, yeah. Stupid.
Yep.
It was a poor decision. You fucked up. It's bad enough they were hacked and they didn't tell anybody about it, but they paid off the hackers. That's just incompetent right there.
Maybe they're using the same system as Equifax. And then blame it on open source software.
Right. Developer accuses Project Phoenix director of embezzling $1 million from Kickstarter. What? Game developer. Hold on. Pause this. Okay. Every time I scroll, it comes back. Fuck them. Game developer Terry Lacey has accused director Hiroaki Yura of stealing money from a Kickstarter called Project Phoenix to fund his latest game, Tiny Metal. Yura has fired back with his own allegations, accusing Lacey of sexual harassment, which Lacey denies. It's a back-and-forth mudslinging fight and yet another piece of drama surrounding Yura's disastrous $1 million Kickstarter project. Rumors have been swirling about Project Phoenix. It first popped up in 2013, and among independent game developers in Japan, the $1 million Kickstarter campaign has long been a source of consternation. Promising to set a new standard of excellence for the Japanese gaming industry, Project Phoenix raised $1 million. This is US dollars, so
rupees.
Right.
Not to be confused with the rupees in Zelda.
Right. From 15,000 backers before failing to meet its deadline. 2015, Yura said the game would be delayed an additional 3 years. In April of 2017, Yura told backers that he planned to release a different game first, explaining that he found some investors who would be willing to help back Project Phoenix if this new game succeeded. Jesus.
Fuck you!
This is starting to sound like that one fucking game that when it came out, by the time it came out, no one cared. What was it? Something 9.
Mighty Number 9.
That was it. Yeah, that's stupid. Wow, there's a whole bunch of shit. I'm not reading all this, but Yeah, it's a public battle.
Read that whole article, Frank.
I ain't
And read
reading
some
shit.
tech dirt.
Hey, hey, people out there, read. It's good for you. Just a bunch of vicious mudslinging and yeah.
Hey, there's actually a better fuck you out there, or
Fuck you!
that was from Blood Drive. I'll have to play it for you later. Fucking hilarious.
Fucking hilarious.
Fucking hilarious.
AT&T and Comcast lawsuit has nullified a city's broadband competition law. What?
Yeah.
Bad news for Google Fiber. Nashville utility pole ordinance invalidated by judge. AT&T and Comcast have convinced a federal judge to nullify an ordinance that was designed to bring more broadband competition to Nashville, Tennessee. The Nashville Metro Council last year passed a one-touch make-ready rule that gives Google Fiber or other new ISPs faster access to utility poles. The ordinance lets a single company make all of the necessary wire adjustments of utility poles itself instead of having to wait for incumbent providers like AT&T and Comcast to send work crews to move their own wires. AT&T and Comcast sued the Metro government on U.S. District Court in Nashville, claiming that federal and local laws preempt the one-touch make-ready rule. Judge Victoria Roberts agreed with AT&T and Comcast in a ruling issued Tuesday. Thoughts?
Sucks.
Fuck you!
We're so just taking it up the fucking ass with all the infrastructure is already, it's in the dark ages. We ought to be moved up and farther ahead than we are. And
we should be number fucking 1, but we're like number 40.
Yeah.
In the world.
Bullshit.
Yeah. In Holland and shit, they have fiber and all kinds of crazy shit. And here it's like, does your state have it? No, sorry.
Does your municipality of 35 people have internet?
Right.
Bullshit.
I mean, I have Spectrum, and I'm like, well, I want to get the fastest. I want to get gigabit, and I'm looking, and the closest I can get is what Spectrum offers, which is in Kentucky. I talked to a guy from Kentucky who has 300 down from them, and like 80 up.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can get that package here. I'd like to get it. They never you guys said that they upped your speed just for whatever.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be the minimum speed that you get now.
Yeah, no, I don't have that. I did a speed test.
You don't even have the minimum.
I don't even have what I'm paying for. I was paying for 80. The minimum is supposed to be 100, and I did a speed test today, and I had 25.
No way.
Oh, I did a speed test, and I had 17 at one point. Granted, it was
without your wife doing the Netflix?
Yeah, no, this was just. I'm thinking it was just my Wi-Fi was just really shitty because we were having.
Do you ever try to use that app from
that app?
That app that Jay did with the Wi-Fi analyzer, so you could choose the right channel or whatever.
Yes, I have that, but
okay. And where are you saying?
Hold on, I gotta. I don't know. I'm doing a speed test now here on my computer because I've been doing it on my phone. The Wi-Fi has been cutting out. My base station, I told you I had my old router up here, basically repeating the signal up here. So my upstairs got, see now it says I get 48. It's fucking weird.
Do you know how many megs I was getting just like 5 years ago?
What?
I was getting 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
49.85 is what I'm getting down. But I mean, I have my router up here. I have because my signal up here kind of sucks. So I had my old router set up as a repeater, and then the other day I come in and it's dead. It's just off. Like I tried resetting, I tried everything, and it wouldn't even light up like it was doing anything. So.
Ugh.
Yeah, you said your one died or whatever.
Yeah, my old base station, Apple base station I was using.
Yeah.
So I think it's dead. I don't know. I unplugged it because no point in not. I can't get to the back of it the way it is. So I just unplugged it and connected straight to my Ethernet. And then my Wi-Fi downstairs, even it's 10 feet from where the TV is, and my Roku would just pop up. Problem with your internet connection. Reconnect. So I'm tempted to just buy some more power line adapters and hardwire the fucking things. Plus, I have a Steam Link, so I was gonna need that anyway.
Shit should be like that. It shouldn't be like that, man. That sucks. I feel like our networking technology is way behind just like the internal components of computers and
Yeah,
like iPhones and iPads and stuff. It just seems like it's pretty far. Like we haven't had any crazy advancements in that area. I don't.
Well,
think.
my router, I don't have Spectrum's router. Like when I had Time Warner, I said, no, screw your cheap little shitty router. I went out and I bought an Aris dual band that does 2.4 and 5, and you know, it worked great. But now I don't know. But yeah, now it says I'm getting 49 down and 5 or almost 6 up. So.
And they just updated mine, so now I'm down to about 100 down and 15 to 20 up, something like that.
Yeah.
Is that what you get, Ian?
Well, last time I checked, I was getting like around 120 down and like 20 up.
I got to call them because we want to try their streaming TV service anyway because they get local channels, and I can get channel 10, but only with a boosted antenna, and it still doesn't come in that well. So, but anyway,
yeah, you gotta get on the horn, man. Is your wife pretty good with the screaming at him? You know.
I don't know. We haven't really when DirecTV lied to us and called to try to set up to have a dude come to our house after she said, I don't want somebody to come to my house. She just said, nope, I'm done. She's like, I'm canceling my service. And then they called and they said, so I see you canceled because we couldn't get someone to come to your house. She says, no, I canceled because your guy fucking lied to me. So.
Yeah, my stepmom, she's definitely the person that will get on the horn and pretty much get him to do whatever she wants, you know.
My buddy's ex-girlfriend, before he died, she called like and bitched the channel guide was though they changed it and it was too confusing and they said, yeah, we apologize for the confusion. Here's a discount on your service. What? So
confusing.
Did you ever
confusing?
What?
Ian?
Huh?
I was gonna say, did you ever hear that? I guess it was pretty famous when it came out, but there was like a recording, and this guy recorded him in his conversation with some kind of ISP rep or whatever, or cable company rep that he was wanting to get rid of his service, but he really wasn't specifying why. And the guy kept asking him, why? I'm sorry to see you go. Why are you leaving? And he's like, just because I want to.
Yeah. They really want to know.
When I worked for insert company here, because I can't actually, NDA, but
Yeah.
I used to have that a lot. People calling, I want to cancel my service. May I ask why? No, you may not. Like, okay, let me get you to the correct department.
They'll cut your shit off. We don't care.
Yeah, but the guy kept him on the phone for like it was like 10 minutes, I think.
That's the thing, though, man. I mean, I really do. I get that people want to cancel service and all that other stuff. But, being the person who's called an ISP pissed off, some people, you're just like, do you fucking realize that I'm sitting here doing a job too?
No.
No, because I'm an asshole. There you go.
I didn't call to ask how your day was going, Doug.
No, you fucking called me, bitch.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah,
Is it-
what I would have done with if I was the sales rep, I would have just straight up asked, was there any negative experiences you've had with us? You know,
Yeah, this
that would
asshole.
have alleviated all the.
90% of that is honestly script based. You'd be surprised how much is script based.
I wouldn't. Back when you used to pay for long distance, they called me one time and said they could save me money on long distance. I said, I'd like to see you try because I don't have any long distance. They go, so why are you paying so much for long distance? Oh, wait, you're not? Thanks. Bye.
Oh, when I go to the fair every year, you got people like from DirecTV and Dish Network. They're like, "Hey, can we save you some money on your cable bill? Can you beat free? Because I don't have any." They're like, "No."
Okay, Ian.
It's just like I get advertisements all the time in the mail from the same companies, for auto insurance, even though I can't drive and I'm not a registered driver.
Well, you can still have a car. You just don't drive it. I had a car. I had a car, and the insurance company canceled my insurance, and I called them to ask why, and they said, well, you didn't tell us about your brother and your mother. I said, they don't live with me. They're an hour away. Well, they could still drive your car. I'm like, yeah, sure they could. But anyway, was that your last article, sir?
Yeah.
Hit me with my theme song. Or sound effect, really. Sound bite. This just in. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go.
By the way, I was going to ask you, so what kind of, what's your RGB keyboard?
I have a Corsair.
You have a Corsair. What kind of switch?
The speed switch. The MX, I think it's speed. It's the newest one they came out with, I think. Well, I think it was before the silent switches, so I think I might be wrong there. Let's see.
Is it very clicky?
It's kind of not MX speed switches. Here we go. K70 rapid fire, I think.
I was just curious because I thought you were saying that you wanted like a blue switch or something before you were looking.
I wanted blue, but here's the thing. I don't want to pay for a blue.
Are the blues like really expensive?
Well, in Corsair switches, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, what about the Cherry MX Red? Because I think that was the one that you sent me. It was a red.
I couldn't do a red. Reds are mushy. Okay, 70.
Mushy.
The rapid fire. Yeah, it's 119 for the RGB. What was the rapid fire? If I wanted RGB blue switches, I don't think they even passed through the red. I don't think they even had blue. Yeah, because if I got blue, it wouldn't be RGB, or if I did, Corsair Gaming Lux RGB. Yeah, currently unavailable. It basically jumped the price up. And I don't want reds are not as clicky. Reds are about one of the least clicky mechanical switches you can get.
Kind of like the browns.
Yeah, the browns are a little more clicky, I think. You can do sound comparisons literally on YouTube. They go, here are the red, and they sound like this, and it'll be, here are the blues.
Click, click,
yeah,
click, click.
Yeah, I watched that one from that Logan did about the comparisons.
Yeah, Logan, and then a bunch of guys do it. Random Frank P does them, because you can also get like rings and put on to make it quieter if you want, which is fucking stupid. They sound different depending on which one, but plus they feel stiffer. And this is about as clicky as I'd want, unless I got like a buckling spring old ass Model M or something. Those are crazy clicky. But anyway, why do you ask, Ian?
He wants them Cherry MA.
Well, I got the rapid fire. The reason the speed switches are supposed to take less pressure to actuate, which I'm kind of not liking a whole lot because just putting my fingers to find home row, I end up pressing keys. So I'm having to kind of relearn how to use it a little bit. But
I was just wondering because I'd like to get an RGB keyboard, but I'd like to try to get it as cheap as possible. I guess Like I like a mechanical RGB. That'd be nice.
well, do you care if they're Cherry or do you, like Razer makes mechanical, but they're their own switches.
Yeah.
And then Logitech has the was it Rover or Roper or whatever they call it. They're different. But their keycaps are shaped differently. But anyway,
I guess as long as they're not too mushy, I guess
mushy. A lot of them, I know Random Frank P and some other guys, they do like deals on this mechanical keyboard, and it's like $40. But there's why it's $40 versus whatever the tech guys. But
well, I'll probably keep looking around. I gotta check to see what's going on outside though. I'm sorry, I'm kind of distracted. It sounds like there's some kind of banging or something going on outside of my window, but I'm like 4 stories up.
Uh-oh.
But yeah,
Looks like it's the man who's launching himself into orbit.
Yeah.
To prove that the world is flat. Oh, segue.
Yeah. So here's the first story I have here.
Continue on. What's the title of your first story so I can at least think about it here for a sec?
This man is launching himself in a homemade rocket to prove Earth is flat.
Oh, okay.
So look at this asshole. First of all, look at him. Not Ian. He's not there right now. What could possibly go wrong is the first part of the subject. Seeking to prove that a conspiracy of astronauts fabricated the shape of Earth, intends to launch himself 1,800 feet high on Saturday in a rocket he built from scrap metal. Assuming the 500 mile per hour, mile-long flight through the Mojave Desert does not kill him, Mike Hughes told the Associated Press his journey into the Atmos flat, because it's not a sphere, according to him, will mark the first phase of his ambitious flat Earth space program. Hughes' ultimate goal is a subsequent launch that puts him miles above Earth. Are you there, Ian?
Yeah, of course the noise goes away when I go outside.
Yeah, the boogeyman knows you're coming, so he's not going to make noise anymore. So this asshole, Ian, believes there's a conspiracy theory from the astronauts to fabricate the shape of the Earth. So he's going to launch himself in a rocket he built from scrap metal. Assuming the 500 mile per hour, mile-long flight through the Mojave Desert does not kill him, Mike Hughes told the Associated Press his journey into the Atmos flat, see instead of sphere, will mark the first phase of his ambitious flat Earth space program. Hughes' ultimate goal is a subsequent launch that puts him miles above Earth, where the 61-year-old limousine driver hopes to photograph proof of the disk we all live on. It'll shut the door on this ball Earth, Hughes said in a fundraising interview with Flat Earth Group for Saturday's flight. Theories discussed during the interview included NASA being controlled by round Earth Freemasons and Elon Musk making fake rockets from blimps. Hughes promised the Flat Earth community that he would expose the conspiracy with his steam-powered rocket, which will launch him from a heavily modified mobile home, though he acknowledged that he still had much to learn about rocket science. This whole tech thing, he said in the June interview, I'm really behind the 8 ball.
Well, he was smart enough to go ahead and do a little bit of out there research, and he would know that he's just too fucking dumb.
That said, Hughes isn't a typical unproven engineer. He set a Guinness World Record in 2002 for a limousine jump, according to Ars Technica, and has been building rockets for years, albeit with mixed results. Okay, Waldo, 3, 2, 1, someone yells in a test fire video from 2012. Here's a there's a brief hiss of boiling water, then nothing. So Hughes walks up to the engine and pokes it with a stick, at which point a thick cloud of steam belches out towards the camera. He built his first manned rocket in 2014, the Associated Press reported, and managed to fly a quarter mile over Winkleman, Arizona. As seen in a YouTube video, the flight ended with Hughes being dragged moaning from the remains of the rocket. The injuries he suffered put him in a walker for 2 weeks, he said. And the 2014 flight was only a quarter of the distance of Saturday's mile-long attempt, and it was based on round Earth technology. Hughes only recently converted to flat eartherism after struggling for months to raise funds for his follow-up flight over the Mojave. He was originally scheduled for early 2016 in a Kickstarter campaign, From a Garage to Outer Space, that mentioned nothing about Illuminati astronauts and was themed after a NASCAR event. We want to do this and basically thumb our noses at all these billionaires trying to do this, Hughes said, standing in his Apple Valley, California living room, which he had plastered with drawings of his rockets. They have not put a man in space, Hughes said. There are 200 different space agencies here in America, and I'm the last person that's put a man in a rocket and launched it. He compared himself to Evel Knievel as he promised to launch himself from a California racetrack, the first step of his steam-powered leap toward space. The Kickstarter raised $310 of its $150,000 goal. Hughes made other pitches, including a plan to fly over Texas in a sky limo, but he complained to Ars Technica last year about the difficulty of funding his dreams on a chauffeur's meager salary. A year later, he called into a Flat Earth community web show to announce that he had become a recent convert. We were kind of looking for new sponsors for this, and I'm a believer in the Flat Earth, Hughes said. I researched it for several months. The host sounded impressed. Hughes had actually flown in a rocket, he noted, whereas astronauts were merely paid actors performing in front of a CGI globe. John Glenn and Neil Armstrong were Freemasons, Hughes agreed. Once you understand that, you understand the roots of the deception. The host talked of Elon Musk's fake reality, and Hughes talked of Antichrist Illuminati stuff. After half an hour of this, the host told his 300-some listeners to back Hughes' exploration of space. Well, there's no one hypothesis for this, for what the flat Earth is supposed to look like. Many believers envision a flat disk ringed by sea ice, which naturally holds the oceans in it. While there's what's beyond the sea ice, if anything, remains to be discovered. We need an individual who's not compromised by the government, the host told Hughes, and you could be that man. The Flat Earth GoFundMe subsequently raised near $8,000 for Hughes. By November, the AP reported his $20,000 rocket had a fancy coat of Rust-Oleum paint and "Research Flat Earth" inscribed on the side. While his Flat Earth friends helped him finally get the thing built, the AP reported Hughes will be making adjustments right up to Saturday's launch. He won't be able to test the rocket before he climbs inside and attempts to steam himself at 500 miles per hour across a mile of desert air. And even if it's a success, he's promised his backers an even riskier launch within the next year into the space above the disk. It's scary as hell, Hughes told the AP, but none of us are getting out of this world alive. This is true. Yet some will try to live to see its edges. Now, I have this and actually a little follow-up story.
I'm sorry, I gotta play this sound clip from that Orgasmo movie. Have you seen that,
yeah.
Frank?
Have I seen it? Does Pope wear a funny hat?
Harvey, I did what you asked me.
Huh?
Rocket!
But yeah, he hit a speed bump. He plans to launch himself. It's still happening. We're just moving it 3 miles down the road because he wanted to do it on public land, and the federal agency said no. So he claimed the Bureau of Land Management said he can't launch his rocket as planned Saturday in Amboy. He claimed the federal agency had given him verbal permission more than a year ago, pending approval from the Federal Aviation Administration. The BLM spokeswoman said its local field office had no record of speaking with Hughes and that he had not applied for the necessary special recreation permit to hold an event on public land. So, yeah.
Dude, this dude, I mean, even Alex Jones doesn't even want to talk to this dude.
I mean,
he's like, I don't know you.
I mean, look at this piece of shit. Doug, what do you think?
I've seen this article before, unfortunately. What a fucking moron. And you can quote me on that.
Yes. Ian?
Well, I mean, even if you're to like, I mean, where does gravity come from?
Oh no, that's an unproved theory. If you ask them.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, there's I've watched YouTube videos not because I want to be converted, but because I go, well, like Scientology, what do they actually believe? And yeah, they don't believe anything. They think everything from the government is a lie. Everything from NASA is a lie. And
do they believe in outer space? Like, do they think the Earth is just like a flat plane, like an isolated object?
Yeah, they think it's in space, but they don't really. And they think like no one's been to the poles because it's blocked off, so that way you can't tell. I know a girl that I went all the way from middle school till now. I've known her, and she recently came out as a flat earther. And I didn't say anything to her, but I put on Facebook that I think they're fucking stupid, and she unfriended me. So,
dude, Scientologists don't even probably talk to these people, man.
Would you?
I mean, that's how bad it is. I mean, at least with Scientology, you can at least get into some of the spiritual stuff. But I mean, this is just crazy, dude.
Well, what's he gonna do? Like, if he goes a mile, 500 miles an hour, and then he crashes, I mean, how is he gonna land that? There's no landing on it. It's just literally, it's what Johnny Knoxville flew up, on a Jackass was better than that thing. I mean, there's nothing.
Didn't she say that the gravity is just a government conspiracy? Isn't that what you said they would say?
They think it's an unproven theory, yeah.
Okay, well, there you go, then.
By the way, speaking of space,
dumb fucks.
Gotta get rid of this ad. There we go. Star Wars Battlefront 2 players are ruining the game with rubber bands. The economy of Star Wars Battlefront 2 is based entirely around credits now that premium transactions have been removed from the game, and earning enough credits to buy the loot crates to get the cards you need to unlock the heroes you want can take a lot of time. So clever players have found physical ways to cheat the system. While one player created a simple robot to keep their character moving in order to farm credits without being removed from the game due to inactivity, the same can be done by simply adding a few rubber bands to your controller. You may be hurting your team's chances at winning and annoying the rest of the players on the server, but this is the world EA and DICE have created. It feels weird to get angry at players who are trying to stretch what's acceptable inside an economy that was ill-conceived. Just in case you want to ruin the game for others while earning enough credits to get whatever you want, this is how it's done. And it's a link. So yeah, it's from Reddit, of course. So it's come to this. Puts rubber bands around the joysticks. It's hard to get mad at these players due to the fact that the economy has been hated since the first days of the beta, locking away content in this manner and focusing on playing long hours to get credits to try to get the things you want from the loot crates that randomly spit out loot gives players an incentive to give up on and start farming. So, yeah. Comments?
So, what do the rubber bands do to the joysticks? Is it like,
if you see, they're pulled towards the D-pad and the buttons on the right. So basically, you're spinning. You're still moving. So it sees you as being there doing something, even though you're not doing a fucking thing.
Yeah. Jeez.
No comment from Doug?
Well, EA hasn't fixed the game as far as balancing goes because of the fucking paywall. So how can they be surprised when people are like, "Fuck it, I'll just farm the game"?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
what are you gonna do? It's their own fault.
Exactly. They fucked it up.
Well, what hasn't EA fucked up lately, though? I mean,
by the way, Steam has a new roadblock to combat so-called review bombs.
Oh, you mean is that like when everybody just decides like, hey, let's all boycott Steam or whatever, and like put all these crazy reviews on there?
Well, let me read the article and we'll see.
Okay.
Let's find out.
Let's find out together.
Steam, the leading online marketplace for PC games, has a problem with so-called review bombs, where groups of users band together to diminish the ratings of certain games. To help combat the practice, owner Valve is implementing a new system to track helpful and unhelpful reviews and the users who choose them. When Steam users dive into the review section for a given game, there's an option to select if a given review was helpful or not. It seems that not only are users writing bad reviews en masse, they're then going back and marking other bad reviews as helpful in the hope of artificially promoting them to the front page. How big of a problem is this practice? Of the 11 million people that have used the helpful buttons, Valve said, most follow a reasonable pattern of uses. Typical players rate a few reviews as helpful or unhelpful while deciding whether to make a purchase. However, we found a small set of users on the far extreme that are clearly trying to accomplish something quite different from normal players and are rating more than 10,000 reviews as helpful or unhelpful on a single game. This behavior is not only humanly impossible, but definitely not a thoughtful indication of how helpful each of those reviews are. You don't say. Valve has made a brilliant cold and mathematical decision to depreciate the opinions of those who are gaming the system. Our system will use a new method of calculating helpfulness of each review, it said, taking into account the users that are trying to manipulate the system. Ratings from users that follow normal patterns of rating will continue to be counted the same way that they have, whereas accounts that rate an excessive number of reviews on an individual game will see the weight of each individual rating count for less and less. So, happy holidays, trolls. What do you think? What do you think there, Doug?
On one hand, they're right at the people review bombing, but on the other hand, you're not just reviewing the game, you're also reviewing the publisher who's putting out the game and putting things into the game that fucking suck. If they bombed out the game, if the developer fucked up, they deserve to get called out on it. And a lot of people don't check mainline websites and video game journalists to be fed information about shitty business practices for a game that's on Steam. So maybe perhaps Steam should probably slow its roll on that.
Well, yeah, but then you got to think, if the developer is making a game, it's available on multiple platforms. I mean, Arkham Knight wasn't just on the PC, was it?
No.
I mean,
but the thing is, the Arkham Knight developer, the guy, the company that ported the game, was a lease out from Rocksteady. So Rocksteady didn't port the game themselves to PC. Another company did, and that company had never done a PC port before.
Okay.
I just know, that's just a way for all the trolls and stuff to attack, like the developer or whatever, if they have a personal grudge against them or something, Because I we did an article about that like a while ago.
The way the system is set up, you're supposed to really just give it your review, and move the fuck on with your life. I mean, that's really all you know. I mean, if enough people say it's shit, then it's shit. But to do this is kind of
It's a
like
mom mentality.
oh, it's just kind of like changing the review system in your benefit. I mean, it's
Yeah.
I understand you're mad that you paid $60 for a shitty game, but there are worse things in this world. So
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you have people complaining and they're so vicious about a video game, you just think about all the real bad stuff that happens around the world, you know?
right.
It's like there's like kids starving around the world that don't even know what a
Children-
video game even is, you know?
Children are starving in China, and here's some asshole bitching about. But
Oh, what's a video game?
right. By the way, speaking of Steam, the Valve Steam Link is on sale this Black Friday. I don't know if it's still going or if it's over now, but
Is that like the new improved one or whatever?
this is the bad boy that I bought on sale. It was on sale recently. I got it for with bundled with the game. It was I think $8, and technically this went for $1. So the game was like $7. So, but yeah, you can get it for $5. I don't know if it's still. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yeah, buy new on GameStop for $4.
Oh yeah, did you hear? By the way, sorry, this is a side thing. Did you hear about the Xbox 360 is pretty much being offered for free by GameStop?
No.
Yeah, so basically they were for I guess for the Black Friday, they were doing, and I forget if it was just Black Friday or if it was like for the holidays in general. Like they were offering it for like $60, but then you could get like a $60 mail-in rebate. So it's free, but not technically at the beginning.
You don't say.
Do you think that would be you think a lot of people are going to get into that?
I mean, I don't see why people wouldn't buy the 360. I mean, if you have no plans on going 4K and if you still play all the games that were available on it, I mean, if it's cheap enough, I'd pick one up.
Well, if
Yeah,
it
I
was
mean,
free,
there's
you'd be
value
like,
there.
I'll take one.
I mean, you know, I'm a Sony guy, but I mean, if there's value there and you're basically getting a free unit,
Yeah, if you get a free unit and go to if you Xbox games, I don't know how cheap used ones are nowadays.
Yeah. For 360s, they got to be pretty cheap.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you could probably find them in thrift stores now. I'll bet at this point.
Yeah, for a few bucks, you know.
I would not be opposed.
Right.
But anyway, but yeah, back to this, the Steam Link. If you don't get it from this sale, just keep watching the thing because, like I said, it was on sale on Valve's on the Steam app. Really, I bought it in the bundle and it came to my door within a few days. I haven't tried it yet because, like I said, with the whole Wi-Fi situation with just using my Roku, I've got a TV downstairs would like to play a couple games on. And if I end up using a power line adapter, I would rather run it hardwired anyway because you get less latency than you do with Wi-Fi. But
well, is this link thing? Is this the one that we did an article on where they were like it was not supported anymore or something like the older version? Or was that a different link thing?
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're talking the Logitech thing. That's totally different. This is from Valve, makers of Steam.
Valve,
Logitech-
makers of the non-existent Half-Life 3, coming soon. Never.
Are you done crying yet? Anyway, but no, you know what? As soon as everyone gives up, then they'll drop it.
Oh, it was the Harmony link.
Yes, that's totally different. No, the Steam Link is if you have a gaming computer already, but it's not hooked up to a TV, you could hook this up to a TV in your house and either use the Steam controller if you want, or an Xbox controller, or a PlayStation controller, plug it in, or use it, put a dongle in it and use it wirelessly, and you can play. It basically uses your home network to stream your PC to your TV.
Essentially,
So,
no one's buying the Steam Link, so you needed to shovel it out to get sales.
for $5, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I don't see. I mean, it was
Yeah, I would
50
say
bucks
so.
before. It's I mean, for these little deals, like I said, I paid $1 for it and $7 for a game that was already on my wish list. So, the game wasn't that great. I played a little bit of it. It's just a beat 'em up, but whatever. This is, you connect it, you can launch your games, and you can also launch if you put Kodi or any real program into Steam, because Steam is just like iTunes. You can drop any app in it that'll launch, and you can go, make it a media center if you feel like it. So,
That's cool.
yeah, I mean, and as long as it's your home network, I mean, whatever your computer has the guts for, but it's best to go hardwired. But anyway, speaking of yes,
Doug, do you still think Steam is a steaming pile?
there we
Or are
go.
you
Working
change
to
your mind?
improve everything. We still have to weed out all the shitbag developers who do shit like Unity asset flips. They have to be eradicated from the Steam storefront.
Well, they're trying. There's a lot that they have to shovel through now at this point, like Homicidal Studios or whatever they're called. The one guy who put out like 1,000 games. I mean, they just throw in some assets, don't even make gameplay, and then say, okay, it's this, and then I got a bunch of those that were free games because people were getting them for the cards and for the achievements. I got one that has over 50,000 achievements, and they're like, no, that's stupid. But what are you gonna do? But yeah, this is definitely a nice thing to watch for $5. If you're out or if you can pick it up. If not, it'll probably be on sale again because, like Doug said, they got a lot of them in stock. It's not a Steam machine, which is a totally separate device, but
Yeah, are they still selling those pretty good?
I have no fucking idea. Pretty good. I don't think they were selling them that well at all. It's Linux based. I mean, how good can it be with the GPU? I don't know. But anyway.
Hey, you like the Linux, man.
I do, but Linux isn't good for gaming because you can't the GPU, you have to go in and you have to do so much hard access to the GPU that a lot of them basically, I mean, it's come a long way. You can actually play some games on Linux, but for most, it's easier to just dual boot into Windows. So, but anyway, my new obsession, Wolfenstein 2, has a free trial. So,
all right, how does that work now?
Well, if you haven't had a chance to jump into Wolfenstein 2, the new classics yet, starting today, you can download the free trial on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, and play through the entire first level of the game. Should you choose to upgrade to the full version of the game, all of your save data will carry over. So, and yeah, I mean,
well, is there enough to play where that even matters? The save data?
I mean, I would say so. I saw the trailer and I said, "Fuck it, I'm buying that." So I'm in a different wheelhouse than everybody else. If you don't know if it's for you, free is a great option. They figure people say, "Well, I pirate just to see if I'm going to like it," and then I delete. If you do this, there's no need to pirate. You good guy Bethesda right here. I mean, am I wrong here, guys?
No, you're right. I just wonder how they set it up. Where are they going to wall off? Well, first of all, what is Wolfenstein? Is that a linear type of game, or is it pretty open, like Fallout?
It's linear. There's in the last game in the series, there's a part where you make a decision, and I was wondering. I saw the playthrough of the first game and the last game, and I said, "Well, how are you gonna, how are they gonna proceed? Is there like one canon choice, or do you actually make your decision?" And yes, they go back. They go, "Which route do you want to choose?" And they go, "Okay, we'll go with this storyline," and you unlock an achievement, and you can go back and change it, and you know, um, it's very linear, but it feels. I don't know. I it's different than Fallout. Yes, the art style is similar. The gameplay is different. I'm playing on a little harder level than I normally have been because I feel like I've been a wussy.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm just wondering because you can with linear things or things that have like levels. I guess it's easier. You could just be like, oh yeah, the first level. That's what you get to try, or the first or second or whatever they want to do. It's hard to if you're trying to put like a trial mode on like GTA 5. It's like, well, what do you put it on? You just have it on like one block of the level or something. That's all you can go to, or
well,
if you don't put restrictions on that, then obviously you might as well just free roam the whole time, and then you get all your value out of that.
well, like from what I remember of the exact first level, you're running around diving into the character, and it's like clearing the stage for where you're at. Like you're trying to escape where you're held up and shoot your way through. You're shooting Nazis and running around and gathering information. It's quite engaging, and literally every time I die, I have to stop and go, "Whew, okay, well, hold on," because I want to keep playing. It's just it's very immersive.
Well, it does. It sounds like fun, and I mean, if you're not having fun killing Nazis, then you're a
Right,
terrible
you're doing
person,
it wrong.
right?
You're doing it wrong and shit. Any comments from Doug?
Oh, as far as free trial goes, it's never a bad thing to have. As far as restrictions, I mean, if you have as much deep gameplay as you think you do, 24 hours shouldn't be shit. That should just be a jumping off point. So, and I do hear good things about Wolfenstein, and there should be enough there. It's like 60 some hours of base gameplay to go through. So, right, wasn't that it?
I don't know. It depends on on your difficulty too, because I have it on the second lowest, not the lowest, but like second or third, and I'm going, oh, okay, I fucked up. So,
oh shit,
damn it, I'm not as good as I thought I was. But I also have this is probably a bigger story for me and Ian. Sorry, Doug.
It's all good.
But XFX launches Radeon RX Vega 64 and Vega 56 Double Edition graphics cards, because people were thinking we weren't going to get custom 56 model cards, just the 64. But no, we're possibly going to get both. And it says that it's going to launch pretty soon / today. I think it said in one of the articles. I have a few here. I linked in the email that are worth going over, just if you want a comparison of what's available. New ones are mostly DisplayPort and one HDMI for this model. Dual fan. I mean, I don't think. I think they said factory clocks, but totally room to overclock yourself. It would have been nice if they had overclocked them from the factory, but I mean, just to get custom cooling was my main concern, because what they call that, the blower style fan sucks ass, and I didn't want to pay for liquid cooled just because I wanted something quieter. I included also it was posted on Reddit, and I included the comment page because sometimes those are more entertaining than the article. This guy's like, "Are you serious?" Or, "I just bought a whatever," And pays to go. you know, there's only been two that have been even mentioned. There's the XFX and then the Asus. Is it Asus Strix or OG Strix?
Yeah.
Which hasn't seen the live day yet. It's just reviewers have had it, but it actually hasn't come out yet. This is like, oh, by the way, this is coming out, which is kind of crazy looking. If you look at the fan layout, the PCB and everything is not quite as big as the actual all that crap. It's going to have dual 8-pin connectors. So I mean,
that's hard to find on some power supplies, isn't it?
well, I mean, it's the newer device, so I mean, it's not like they're. If you're doing a build from the ground up, you know. Plus, they say they take a lot of power anyway. So.
Oh no, I was thinking about because I saw a motherboard review or build or whatever with some of the newer motherboards that required dual A-pin for the CPU power.
Mm-hmm. Well, it looks interesting. I'm holding out hope that this will get some more going out. I don't know if they're doing like Nvidia where they say you can only do the factory specs, because they said it's just factory clocks. It's not where the anywhere near what the not factory overclock, but I mean boost clock of 1546 isn't too bad. I think the
I wouldn't say so, man.
The fastest 580 I've looked at was like 1439, I think. But that was just the factory overclock. You could overclock them. This guy said they got them up to 1450. So they're no slouch.
No.
But this gives me hope. So now all we gotta do is wait for the stupid miners to quit buying up all the fucking cards.
Would you ever overclock your car? Because isn't it just like a click of a button now or something?
Well, I mean, I was kind of overclock. I was doing the one-click overclock on my CPU with built into it somewhere. There was a run at a faster, but I don't even know like all the variables. But I wasn't too successful. It wasn't too stable for me, and I'm a bit of a tweaker, but I have not done any manual overclocking. So I haven't tried the new Radeon software either. You have, right?
Well, you mean the Crimson software?
Yeah, I don't think I have the newest one. I think I'm. So I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I'm using it, but I haven't used the overclocking thing on it yet. But I will say I trust. I feel more comfortable about just overclocking my GPU because you could do it just in the software.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think in order for you to get a good stable overclock with your CPU, it's better to do it like the BIOS level.
Right. Now,
so
supposedly,
I think it's easier to do GPU wise.
Now, supposedly, I think this card has I think this is the one that has 3 BIOSes. I can't remember which article said what the hell they were actually for.
So it was. Didn't you say it was like normal, extreme gaming, and then like the mining or something?
No, that was I think when I looked up the 580. 580. Oh. This one, where the hell is it? Factory speeds.
Yeah, I would see that would be a better idea, having a BIOS instead of like Nvidia's making a whole card just dedicated to mining, you know?
I mean, their cards suck for mining, which is kind of funny. But is this the same article? Yeah. I found an article somewhere that said what the. I think one was like overclock. One was I can't fucking remember now. Anyway, Doug, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Did we bore you to tears?
No, because I mean, if I do end up being able to do like a custom build or whatnot, for my server, having something like that to help out with like rendering and whatnot wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to wait till prices come down a little bit because they're still stupid.
Well, okay, so that was the XFX Strix, right?
This the
Yeah.
The ROG Strix.
Yeah, Asus has the ROG Strix, which is not out yet. This one is supposed to be coming out sooner. This is the XFX double edition, whatever the fuck that means. I guess double fan.
Which number is that one?
They have the 56 or the 56 and the 64.
Just give them the link.
Well, I'm actually just doing a comparative look real quick on eBay.
On eBay. Here are the clock speeds and the core counts.
And by the way, I know you're an Apple guys, and I think isn't for the new Mac Pros they're pretty much switched all to the Vega stuff, right?
I think
Right.
so. I haven't seen too much on it though. Now, one of the first items up: XFX AMD Radeon RX 570 4 gig GDDR5 GPU, good for mining gaming. $199.99 or best offer. Used, slightly used for mining for a month, but still fully functional. So, I mean, you can even right now get an NVIDIA GTX 960 4 gig GDDR5 for $37.99. Smaller, shitty, but I mean, like those options and shit like that is out there. I think from what I'm hearing from people, it's already starting to drive down a little bit, which thank God, right? So.
Right.
Yeah, AMD's been very versatile with the, like their GPUs as far as the, the uses for them, like the gaming, the content creation, and then unfortunately the mining. And they're like Apple has been using them, so they're in the Apple market, they're pretty much dedicated to AMD, I guess, as far as GPU wise. So they're like, I don't know, I know you can get like the higher tier NVIDIA cards might be a little bit faster or whatever, but I mean, the AMD is they're very multifaceted, Very well rounded as far as what you can use them for,
Right. But whoop, gotta get on it. But yeah. Also, by the way, I don't know how long this will last. It's probably over. Oh my god. Anyway. Newegg Black Friday deals.
Console, video cards, gaming monitors, and PC hardware. Oh,
that's
Newegg has launched its Black Friday sale that's going on until Saturday night, November 25th at 11:59 p.m. So, God, here we go. Over 3,000 items are part of the sale, which range from video cards and processors to game consoles and headsets. With so much stuff discounted, we want to highlight some of the standouts. Take note that some of these items will sell out and temporarily be out of stock as the Black Friday sale goes on. But yeah, it's 1060 for $180. Zotac Mini 1060 6 gig for $240. Don't care about that. Sapphire Nitro 570 is $210. MSI Gaming 580 is $240.
Zotac. Wasn't that the name of that who was that, like a leader or whatever, in that Dude Where's My Car movie where they're like,
oh god,
Zotac.
The quad core Ryzen 5 1500X is only $165. The 8 core Ryzen 7 1700 is $270. Ryzen 7 1800X, that's just $320. Threadripper
going down.
Threadripper 1950X is $800. Intel users, The Z170/Z270 chipset can get the best consumer level CPU in the Core i7 for $290. So and RAM. G-Skill is offering 8 gig Ripjaw DDR4 for $70 and 2-channel 8 gig Ripjaws DDR4 for $75. Those on older platform, 8 gig of Patriot Viper DDR3 for $51. So yeah,
Just a year or so ago, you could get 16 gigs for around 120. That just goes to show you the price of RAM right now.
Now,
yeah.
you just got your FreeSync 34-inch monitor in.
Yes, I got it on sale for $250. I got it 50 off.
Okay, Asus ROG, whatever, 34-inch IPS 100 hertz, 21:9 with G-Sync 1440p, $920. Ooh.
Yeah, that G-Sync is expensive, man.
Yeah. You could buy a CyberPower Game Master for Master. So it's a Ryzen 5 8 gig RAM with a 1050 for $590, or a Ryzen 7 one for $800. So they have DualShock controllers for $40. PlayStation VR goes for $200. Doug?
Fuck
Doug?
VR.
Doug?
Fuck VR.
Oh, okay, here you go. 1 terabyte Xbox One S with Assassin's Creed Origins and Rainbow Siege 6 or Battlefield 1 Special Edition goes for $300.
Okay.
No? Okay.
Fuck you!
I figured the Assassin's Creed Origin would get you.
But it's
yeah.
Origins. It's not a Unity.
Mice and
Don't worry,
keyboard. Oh, here you go. Okay, Ian, do you use the 10 key on your keyboard?
The
number pad.
Yeah.
It's a 10 key, by the way.
No, I don't use it really, no.
Okay, Corsair Vengeance K65 10 keyless mechanical, $50. Or G-Skill KM570 RGB mechanical keyboard with Cherry MX Silver Speed switch is $80.
Now, what's your opinion on the silver speed switches?
I have a speed switches, so I'm not sure if they're the same thing.
So that sounds like, does that sound like a good deal to you though?
I mean, kind of. Let me search Google real quick, see what the fuck this thing is.
Yeah, I've never had like a G-Skill like anything besides like a internal component, you know.
Right. Here's what it looks like. But apparently, I guess this one's supposed to not have the. No, this one has the 10 key. The other one doesn't.
That looks cool. I'm interested in getting that type of keyboard just so I can 3D print my own custom caps on there. You know.
Caps. But
caps.
Right. Let's switch it up now. I'm gonna Google Secret Mobile OS.
Thank you for that article, though. You said that usually they tell Doug what they do on Black Friday or whatever. You said they pretty much like mark it up and then just mark it back down or whatever, make you think you got a deal.
They mark it up and then they mark it down just a little bit, just to make you think you're getting savings. Doug knows this. He's worked retail.
Is that true, Doug?
Depends on the retailer. That's the truth. It really does depend on the retailer. Sometimes, like a lot of your big box stores will just mark shit down. But the thing about it is this, actually. Your standard stock that most places will put on sale isn't the standard stock. So, like, say you got 2 PS4 side by side. Okay? One PS4 you paid, for argument's sake, $10 a unit. Okay? This PS4 right here, you bought at a higher warehouse rate. So you only paid $4 a unit on it. Now you're charging base price $15 for this one, and supposedly $15 for this one. But if you drop the price down to $9, you're still making about the same markup for selling this one at a lower price and getting that attention. See what I mean?
I think.
Okay. Google's secret mobile OS might have one feature Android never will. If you've been following mobile news for as long as we have, you probably know that Google is already working on a new operating system called Fuchsia. The OS is so secret that Google never unveiled it. At the same time, Fuchsia traces have been found out in the wild, and various reports have been trying to explain what Google's plan is. It's still unclear what Fuchsia is or when it will be launched, and whether it will replace both Android and Chrome OS when that happens, but a newly discovered feature may help Google fix one of the worst things about Android. Google Fuchsia will be able to run Swift code, which should be major news for developers who always put iOS before Android. Apple's Swift programming language has become quite popular with developers soon after Apple launched it, but its creator already moved to Google. Chris Latner posted on Twitter a message a few days ago confirming that Google is working on integrating Swift. As The Verge explains, Fuchsia's system core is written in C mostly, and Dart is used for the Flutter UI. But Fuchsia will apparently support many other languages, including Go, Rust, Python, and Swift. This, in turn, might make porting iOS apps to Fuchsia-powered devices a lot easier, and this might convince developers to launch games and apps simultaneously on iOS and Fuchsia devices. Currently, iOS still gets preferential treatment from developers, even though the Play Store is a more than decent App Store rival. That's just speculation at this point, as Google's Fuchsia is not an official project, and nobody knows what Google plans to do with it. But,
Nobody knows.
Great White Buffalo. I also had another article that basically says the same thing about the Swift was GitHub repository, blah, 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 Android police noted, blah, 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 blah. You know, another little tidbit there. What do you think there, Doug? You're the Apple guy and Android expert.
Well, we've talked about this. I don't know if you want to get into that.
Well, the thing about it is this. For a program that Apple essentially started, and everyone seems to think that, you know, somebody going from Apple to Google is, oh my gosh, this is terrible, it's horrible. These two companies have been poaching from each other for the better part of the past 10 years, 20 years almost, since Google was itty bitty tiny. So much so that other companies have been complaining to the Securities and Exchange Commission, saying that they're being locked out of good employees because Apple and Google keep poaching each other all the time. It's not unheard of for a person to go back and forth multiple times. So I'm not like anti-Google. Now, I will say that it was somebody who knows the UI, knows how to properly port it over. That's going to be a good thing long-term for Droid phones, which they need to still get better. There's still a very large disparity in quality from your top-of-the-line Google phones down to your dirtbag $20 phones. And the Chrome OS on laptops is garbage. So it's a good thing.
Well, I thought, didn't you say, though, before, like, is it them getting rid of their main OS system, Android, would be shooting themselves in the foot?
They are, if they end up doing that. The only thing I can think of that they're not going to shovel off Droid and Chrome in favor of new OS, that's committing suicide professionally. No, your install base is your install base for a reason. There are people who enjoy using the Droid OS. Few enjoy doing Chrome, but to keep that core audience from jumping ship to Apple or going with a clean OS type of phone, which I think maybe the future if Google does this, they're going down. They're going down hard if that happens. But here's hoping they're just going to rebrand Android and actually make people know that's a rebrand. I hope so.
Well, I mean, if they make it in a way where the apps are easily ported between the two, I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but it's...
Yeah, neither do I. Not at all.
I just hope for the best. That's all I can say, Hope for the best for whatever the Android phones become, like Samsung and Google, because I mean, I like Samsung phones, so, and from what I hear, the Google ones are, Frank, you like your phone, so.
Yeah, but,
If we can't have Cody on anymore, then that'll suck, though. I'll be like...
Something else will rise up from the ashes and take its place.
I can tell you pretty much what's going to happen. It's either going to be clean OS phones, or it's going to be Linux based.
Well, that's what Android is technically Linux, so
no, I'm talking just straight flavor Linux.
Straight flavor country.
So,
excuse me, I'm making a horrible liquid mess around my. Oh, spilling stuff! Oh God!
Oh, Doug's about to throw down the ban hammer.
You can't ban me. This is my show. Bunghole.
About to throw down the gauntlet.
Weak sauce.
Okay. Whoops. Oh shit! No, just kidding. Just 1 second.
Anyways, what's your next article here, sir?
No, we're going to talk about this one the rest of the night. Okay. PC BIOS will be killed off by 2020 as Intel plans move to pure UEFI. The ability to boot DOS and other legacy relics is going to disappear. Speaking at UEFI Plugfest, the hardware interoperability testing event held by the Unified Extensible Firmware Interface Forum earlier this month, Intel announced that by 2020 it was going to phase out the last remaining relics of the PC BIOS by 2020, marking the full transition to UEFI firmware. The BIOS, Basic Input-Output System, is a small piece of code embedded into a PC's motherboard that handles the basic initialization and booting of hardware. It's the BIOS that first probes your hardware, counts how much RAM you have installed, performs a cursory checking of the hardware's health, and complains if your keyboard is unplugged. When it's finishing doing its thing, it kicks off the process to actually load and run the operating system. When the operating system is running, the BIOS offers some basic system services such as receiving keyboard input and reading and writing to the screen and the disk. So basically, they're going to completely get rid of BIOS and go to EUFI.
Well, isn't that going to make it harder for like a lot of these bootable utilities that are based off of like DOS? Like the sub menus and all that stuff, so you can choose which kind of utility you need.
I don't follow. Like what?
Like if you need a format, or if you're trying to, those Hiren's boot CD or the Ultra boot CDs or whatever that has all these different utilities on there. That has like a basic boot menu or whatever that has, like those DOS things.
No.
Haven't you ever booted from a CD before, Frank, that wasn't Windows?
I haven't had a CD drive in my last several computers now.
You haven't ever used like a utility or anything from the boot?
I have a flash drive.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like they might have to rework like programs and stuff that do that kind of thing.
I mean, DOS can run in an emulator at this point.
Yep.
Like they said, DOSBox. I mean,
Yeah.
totally self-contained. I mean, when I went to I downloaded what was the that stupid game Daggerfall. I think it was Daggerfall. Anyway, whichever Elder Scrolls was free, that you could actually get from the developers. When you download that, it comes as a DOSBox version, so wrapped and everything. You don't have to load DOSBox. You open it like an executable, and it opens DOSBox and goes straight into the game. I think it was Daggerfall. Now I'm fucking questioning myself, but yeah, basically as it is now with if you get a system that has UEFI and you try to install something and give it the option to run legacy stuff like BIOS, it'll screw stuff up and you won't be able to launch it correctly, and you'll have to reinstall your operating system, and it's a pain in the dick. So I'm all for making things easier and faster. They're making computers more and more snap together parts anyway. So the less shit you got to deal with, I think it'll be. They told what is it? They say to run an FX chipset, you were supposed to upgrade your BIOS. Did you do that?
No, hell no.
Yeah,
I ain't fucking with that shit.
right.
Well, the UEFI is nice because you can, it has a nice graphical interface and you can use your mouse and stuff. The old BIOS, you just have to click up and down on your arrow keys,
Mm-hmm. And you can only use the one enter key. You could use the other one, just the one.
Right. Doug.
Not gonna miss it.
You're not gonna miss it. I thought you're all about the old PCs, man.
I mean, it's if an interface is going to replace it, but no.
What do like Macs use when they if you need to go into like its basic subsystem settings or whatever?
What is it? Unix?
Unix. Ornixo.
What do you hit, like a command key when your computer starts up or something, and you can go into like a basic menu or something?
I mean, I've used your standard BIOS screen for boot screens and stuff like that, but I mean, most of the stuff that I build, it doesn't run, a lot of newer product anyway. I don't really get down with a lot of the newer stuff just simply because, I don't have a hardcore need for it. I'm probably going to have to move to something like that when I build the hardcore server that I'm going to have the rack for. But beyond that, I mean...
You going to get a trash can, Mac?
Honestly, it'd be awesome to have that. I like that damn thing. But then again, you're also talking to the guy who likes the flower pot Mac, so...
The guy with what?
I like the flower pot Mac.
Yeah.
What's the
I
don't know. I would hold out for the new.
It's actually pretty old. It's a Power Mac G3. It's got a half moon rounded base and then an arm.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they call it the flower pot. So,
don't you miss the? What were the Macs where they had the CRT screens, but they were like see through with the different colors?
The iMacs.
Yep.
Or the
iMacs.
Emacs.
Yeah, they predated, just like the e-book.
I remember high school had those in the computer labs.
But yeah, this is a little more. I didn't read exactly. They might have answered your question in here. I don't know. There's a whole. I mean, look at it. It's a whole article.
Well, what made you decide to use this as an article? Or you just found it kind of interesting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand it, and like I said, I'm glad that eventually they'll just be going to anything faster and better. Because at this point, legacy BIOS. What are you going to hook up one of these things to a fucking modern computer? You know, you're going to have the floppy drives like this. I mean, I guess you could, but I don't know why. Why would you want to?
Right.
I haven't had to use I have a hard drive and a USB key, and that's it. Why would you need anything else at this point? So, sorry, phase it out. By the way, FCC net neutrality process corrupted by fake comments and vanishing consumer complaints, officials say. As the FCC prepares to dismantle its net neutrality rules for internet providers, a mounting backlash from agency critics is zeroing in on what they say are thousands of fake automated comments submitted to the FCC that unfairly skewed the policymaking process. This reminds me a lot of Steam's game shit. Allegations about anomalies in the record are quickly becoming a central component of a campaign by online activists and some government officials to discredit the FCC's plan. The process the FCC has employed, wrote New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman this week in a letter to the FCC, has been corrupted by the fundamental use of Americans' identities, or the fraudulent use of Americans' identities. For the past 6 months, Schneiderman continued, the New York Attorney General's office has been reviewing the comments filed at the FCC on net neutrality. It found that hundreds of thousands of submissions may have impersonated New York residents, a potential violation of state law. But, he said, the FCC has declined to provide further evidence that could help move the investigation forward, such as data logs and other information. Some consumers have complained in letters to the FCC that their own names or addresses have been hijacked and used to submit false comments to the FCC that did not support. Opponents of the FCC's plan have pointed to a bizarre appearance of comments submitted by people who are deceased. Public comments play an important role in the FCC, which typically solicits feedback from Americans before it votes to make significant policy changes. Brian Hart, an FCC spokesman, said the agency lacks the resources to investigate every comment. Supporters of the net neutrality rules are not blameless either, he added, pointing to 7.5 million comments filed in favor of the regulations that appear to come from 45,000 distinct email addresses, all generated by a single fake email generator website. Some 400,000 comments backing the rules, he said, appear to originate from a mailing address based in Russia. The most suspicious activity has been by those supporting internet regulations, said Hart. So, yeah, I mean, there's a whole thing here. They're trying to say that, well, no, if people in New York have had their identities stolen and used in this way, then this is a state crime. I'm pretty sure that if they just totally ignore this and actually go ahead with their proceedings, then they will be facing charges. So, thoughts?
They're gonna fuck it up.
They're gonna FCC it up.
I mean, this guy is not elected by any means. He's a former figurehead for Verizon already, and he's got his head so far up their ass trying to get their dollar that it's gonna come out that he's being paid to just give them whatever the fuck they want. It's just a matter of time, I feel. I'm sorry to say this, but
It's true. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, and he's trying to blitz through this and not, do anything on the back end. I mean, but there are people that support it that we made up and paid from dead people, but it's awful. We're fucked
Breaking
in
news.
it.
Breaking news from The Wire.
I missed the
Mystery
day.
Science Theater 3000 has been renewed at Netflix.
What?
Mystery Science Theater 3000 has been renewed at Netflix.
Renewed for a second season?
Yep.
Oh, good. They raised the
legit
most.
good news.
They raised the most crowdfunding money ever.
Ever?
Forever. I watched
the
the countdown when they got the end of it. Joel was even surprised how he's like, "Oh, we're making that many episodes."
What do you think of the new villainess?
Oh, Alicia Day.
Yeah,
I like her.
so do I.
I love Patton Oswalt, so I was like, "Oh."
And you know what? You can never go wrong with Harmar Superstar.
Huh?
Harmar Superstar, the guy who sang the theme this time around.
I haven't seen the entire first season because it's so rapid quickfire now that I have to sit up and pay attention. I can't be watching it and lazily, ha ha ha. You got to sit up and pay close attention.
No, just Harmar Superstar sang the theme song.
Is that like a ghetto superstar?
No, Harmar Superstar. So he's from Minneapolis, I think.
Well, I mean, isn't that where Joel's from?
Possibly. That might be where he got the idea to use him because, I mean, Harmar Superstar is pretty well known. Well, okay. I probably shouldn't say that because Harmar Superstar is a little more like he's like an underground soul R&B singer who's basically a balding white guy in his 40s.
Did you ever hear Joel when he was doing his comedy bit? He would have hecklers bother him, so he'd say, "Okay, you come up on stage and play Rock'em Sock'em Robots against me." And after he'd beat him, he'd say, "Yeah, my robot had his head glued down the entire time." So he wasn't going to lose. Ian, did you have anything else to say about the FCC before I flip over to my last?
I just wanted to say I miss the days when the private sector really couldn't influence the public sector like that,
Yeah. This is fucked up.
Those were the days.
I mean, these laws that they're wanting to overturn are only 2 years old. So let's go back to the bullshit way we did it before. And anyway. By the way,
how many articles do you have left? Because I
wanted
to mix it up, and we're gonna do a would you rather.
This is my last article, sir.
Okay.
The switch to outdoor LED lighting has completely backfired.
What? Oh man, I like outdoor LED lighting.
To reduce energy consumption, many jurisdictions around the world are transitioning to outdoor LED lighting, but as new research shows, this solid-state solution hasn't yielded the expected energy savings, and potentially worse, it's resulting in more light pollution than ever before. Using satellite-based sensors, an international team of scientists sought to understand if our planet's surface is getting brighter or darker at night, and to determine if LEDs are saving energy at the global scale. With the introduction of solid-state lighting, such as LEDs, OLEDs, and PLEDs, it was thought and hoped that the transition to it from conventional lighting, like electrical filaments, gas, and plasma, would result in big energy savings. According to the latest research, however, the use of LEDs has resulted in a rebound effect, whereby many jurisdictions have opted to use even more light, owing to the associated energy savings. Indeed, as the new results show, the amount of outdoor lighting around the world has increased during the past several years. As a result, the world has experienced widespread loss of the light, with half of Europe and a quarter of North America experiencing substantially modified light-dark cycles. Right, the research is in the new study, which was published today in Scientific Advances. This conclusion was reached after analyzing high-resolution images collected by the Day-Night Band DNB instrument that's on board the Suomi NPP weather satellite. This sensor features a spatial resolution of 2,460 feet and can see light in the range of 500 to 900 nm. Humans see in the range of 400. Huh?
Nanometers. That's the wavelength.
Okay. Humans can see the range 400 to 700 nanometers. Traditional lamps emit some infrared that the DMB can detect, and LEDs produce a lot of blue light that the sensor cannot see. So as cities transition their outdoor lights to LED, scientists often see decreases in the light observed by satellite, which to the human eye would seem to have the same brightness. So yeah,
It would seem.
this is interesting nerd shit. I just figured I'd throw it around, but
so what were they saying? Why were they saying it wasn't as efficient or whatever?
well, first comment seems like typical human behavior. This is now a cheaper unit. I'll get more units. So basically, they figure, you save more energy and burn less light. They're like, well, let's put more lights up then. So,
right.
I don't know. I mean, the savings. I've talked to guys at my work who work in maintenance, and they say that they've seen actual money being saved by switching half of the bulbs, and one building out of the 3 have been switched to LED, and they've said that they've saved a lot of money already, so they're going to switch all the rest of them. So,
but there's one question that they probably should have asked.
What?
Did they know that they can save 15% by switching to Geico?
Oh no! See, I was going to say they were so concerned with whether or not they could, they weren't concerned if they should. See, so you didn't think of that shit, did you?
Yeah, well, whatever.
Do you use those daylight bulbs though, Frank? Because I think that's what they were saying. Like they could emit, like the full spectrum of like the infrared and the UV or whatever.
Yeah, I just use little. I don't use the right kind of lights. I need to get brighter lights in my bathroom because I shave and I look and I go, okay, I'm good. And I get where I'm going. I look in the mirror in the bathroom. I go, oh, fucking God, I missed all this. Because, I'm blonde.
Right. You're like, oh, I'm out in the real world. I look as good as I thought I did.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, well. By the way, did you know LeVar Burton is getting a bunch of people tweeting at him angrily because they think he's LeVar Ball?
Yeah, I heard about that. That is hilarious.
It's so bad, but kind of funny.
Yep.
Stupid is as stupid does, sir.
Stupid is as Frank does.
Oh. Burn. Sick burn.
I'm just messing, Frank.
I was like, you know what?
Doug's rubbing off on me, man. I'm sorry.
Frank's just sitting there like, and fuck you, good sir.
Anyways, let's get into some trivia here. All right, by the way, is this trivia going to be a title match, Doug?
I thought we were doing Would You Rather.
Well, I just generalized word trivia.
Officer Bailey would be very kindly.
We're going to do a title match.
Well, since we're doing Would You Rather, it's not really right for it to be a title match, especially without Nate here. Because Nate is supposed to get a title shot.
Oh, okay. And this will just be a warm up thing. Yeah, I'm so loving this ultra wide though, man. I have so much real estate on here now.
Boners, 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 boners. Okay, would you rather never be able to eat Chipotle again or never eat dessert again? Dessert.
I could live without Chipotle.
You're wrong.
Yeah. Depends on how many bodybuilders they asked. Because Chipotle is like bodybuilder's delight.
They're asking you. You taste duds?
I'll say dessert.
Wow. Fuck those people.
Yeah.
Ian didn't say what he was going to do.
I just said I can live without Chipotle.
Because you're wrong.
Oh. No. Combo breaker.
Damn, you cold-blooded.
Yep, everybody else could live without it too, so I mean.
They're wrong. Would you rather be Zeus or be Poseidon? No one fucking knows that shit.
Zeus.
They're both Greek mythological gods, and Zeus was like the head honcho, wasn't he?
That is correct.
I'm gonna say Zeus. Not to be confused with that dating service, Zeus.
Right. Yeah, I'll say Zeus.
Yep, 69.
It's like Aquaman. No one wants to be Aquaman.
Or Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl beat Thanos, so yeah.
Here we go.
Would you rather leap tall buildings in a single bound like Superman or be able to run as fast as the Flash?
Lash.
Well, if they're saying, would you rather be Superman or Flash, I would say Superman, but if they're just referring to...
Nope, you can just leap
the
buildings,
power.
that's it.
Oh, that's lame then. I definitely Flash.
People are going to say Flash, yeah.
That's what you said, right, Doug?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I get to leave tall buildings in a single bound. Woo.
Would you rather bathe in vomit or bathe in worms? Worms.
Oh, God, that's hard.
Worms, because they don't stink that bad.
Yeah, I would personally rather do the worms. So, yep. 72%.
Would you rather have the job of your dreams and always be broke, or have a job you despise but loads of wealth? Wealth.
Yeah, this kind of pretty easy question to answer. It's wealth.
Yeah, because they say money can't buy happiness. That's a lie.
Well, I mean, there's lots of people that would say your dream job, but I still think that's very specific type of people, you know. So yeah, I would
My
choose
thing is,
well.
here's my out there. Okay, loads of wealth for a job that you despise. Depending on how much you make, 5 years you could retire with a nest egg larger than the largest house on your fucking block. So no one says you have to work at that fucking job forever. You just have to build up enough cash on the side to be able to say fuck everything, and then go to have the job of your dreams afterwards.
Now, if you make that much money, I wouldn't burn bridges. I'd be like, "Thank you for your time.
Yep.
I might come back when this goes south."
Right. Oh yeah, 64.
Yeah, people are greedy, man. I understand. I don't want to be happy and poor. I'd rather be miserable and rich because miserable doesn't last as long when you're rich. Would you rather eat 50 celery sticks every day or eat 50 Brussels sprouts every day?
Celery.
Celery, because the Brussels sprouts are thicker.
And more fucking disgusting.
Why are they disgusting?
Like, bitch, I can eat celery with fucking peanut butter. What can you do with Brussels sprouts?
Brussels sprouts I see is more like filling. That's more something you eat with a meal. Celery is just like a snack.
Celery and peanut butter. Celery like a motherfucker.
Well, I would choose Brussels sprouts, but I know everybody's gonna choose celery, so I'm gonna choose celery.
Yeah, celery.
Yeah, 74%.
Would you rather forget who you were or forget who everyone you know is? I mean,
I know which one Frank would choose.
who are you?
You would choose forget who everyone else is because you don't care about everyone else. You just said at the beginning of the show.
Well, see, this is a deep question because if you forget who you are, you'd have to let go of your identity, and I don't think the majority of people could do that. I think everyone is narcissistic to a point. I feel that they would let go of everybody else. I personally, to function, it'd be easier to forget who you are because you could discover who you were later, but you would be able to function because you know who everyone else is. If you don't know who everyone is around you, they put you in a fucking home.
But so you can say forget who you are?
No, I'm gonna say most people are gonna say the one on the right. Forget who everyone else is.
Yeah, I feel like people, definitely don't care about everyone else's. Like this is like, do you care about yourself or everyone else? Question I think.
I'd say forget who you were.
So you're saying left. I'm gonna go with right, and Frank's going with right also. So at least we have a split here. Oh, Doug got it.
Wow. I figure people
1
were
million
fucking
disagree. You gotta have a little bit more faith, Frank. A little bit more faith.
Because, I mean, if you forget who you are, who yourself is, the people around you can help you with that. But imagine being the one person having to, work to learn everybody else. You can be taught yourself, but you can't be taught an extreme amount of people. You know what I mean?
Would you rather have no eyebrows or have a unibrow? Well, with no eyebrows, you could draw on eyebrows. Versus a unibrow, you'd have to pluck it all the fucking time.
And no eyebrows.
Yeah. So left.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no eyebrows too. Oh, we were wrong.
People are probably like, I can pluck that shit.
Urbans.
Right.
Urbans.
Would you rather be homeless or be a slave?
Homeless? Because you could always go to a shelter or something.
Yeah, I've been homeless before, so.
You have?
Yep, when I was a kid.
That sucks, man.
We spent about 6 months on the streets of Columbus. I still remember sleeping in churches and sleeping in the back of cars.
With the slave, you might not get out. Homeless people do turn the lives around. Slaves, they just kill you. Especially in the 21st century, there's no legal slave. So if you get out... By the way, I was a slave for a couple years in, 2018, but it's cool. What? Yeah, homeless.
Because just because you're homeless don't mean you're not rich.
Yeah.
You could be driving around in the fucking Winnebago for the rest of your life, but you rich.
Yeah. Would you rather sit on a cold toilet seat or sit on a warm toilet seat? Cold.
Yeah, I'd rather be on a cold myself because it's like, otherwise you'd be like, oh, somebody just sat here.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta do it here. Hold on.
Oh boy, what are we doing here?
Sitting on a warm toilet seat just after someone used it. How it feels.
Feels like ass.
Okay.
Like you're ass to ass with someone else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Sit on a cold toilet seat, yeah.
Yeah. You can warm that bad boy up. There ain't no getting over that feeling that someone else warmed up for you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait a minute though. That's still too close, I think.
Yeah. That should be a pretty cut and dry statement there, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that also depends. I mean, in your head, number one, you always know someone was on there before you. You know what I mean?
I would say I keep the temperature in my bathroom pretty warm because my bathroom has like an individual like heater in there, so you can like adjust the knob on it. So the toilet seat doesn't get too cold to begin with.
Would you rather get high or get drunk?
Drunk.
See, this is the thing about the majority of people, I think, are going to say high. Although I myself have never gotten high, they assume with drunk driving being such a problem, high driving isn't a problem. And if you've been high, you don't, well, unless you're my mother, you don't feel that people who are high are that big of a problem driving, unless you're high on heroin and shit. You read this and you instinctively think marijuana. So
I don't know. The like getting drunk is like that's like everybody. I mean, people, teenagers are getting drunk earlier than they get introduced to drugs. I think.
No. I know very young people who have already started smoking weed that can't even get alcohol. I don't mean can't buy. I mean can't get. No, I know people that their parents gave them their first doobies. So trust me.
What do you think, Doug?
Drunk.
Yeah, I'm saying drunk too. So, but Frank's saying high.
I would rather, but I'm just saying that based on how we play the game, I think the majority of people are going to say it.
Okay.
Oh, look
you're
at
right.
that. Yeah.
Now we got a close here. Yep.
Would you rather work a minimum wage job for the rest of your life or live in the wilderness for the rest of your life? Minimum wage job.
Yeah, that's easy.
Why would you? Some people, I wouldn't mind living out in a cabin by myself, but that's because you're fucking crazy.
Wait a second. Now, I'll sit here and say someone's going to take a look at that and immediately think minimum wage. But
if you choose
to, cannot quit and find a better one, and you must work at the same place forever. You will never receive a raise or promotion until the minimum wage laws are changed. If you choose to live in the woods, you can't ever return to site, although you can bring someone with you. Nope. Minimum wage. They'll raise the minimum wage eventually. And plus, you can live inside your fucking means after a while.
Yep.
I would say minimum wage.
People would rather be homeless than a slave.
What?
Wow, people are dumb. This is a bunch of hillbillies looking at fucking, I could live in that cabin and be fine until you realize there's no Walmart in that cabin, Rebecca.
Right. Well, it definitely has more of a romantic ring to it. You know, you're living out in a beautiful country or
Johnny
something.
Thompson was eviscerated by a bear today.
Would you rather be able to freeze time for 1 hour every 24 hours or be able to replicate one thing per day that disappears after 24 hours?
Replicate one thing per day that disappears after 24 hours?
Hey, an extra $100 per day. Replicate a $100 bill.
And then it disappears, and then the bank wonders what happened to your $100.
Yeah, but you could spend that and use it for something else.
I'm going to say freeze time because then they commit crime.
Freeze time.
Yeah, freeze time. You have a lot of criminals out there.
Just think of all the sexual implications with all the perverts we got running around.
Freeze time. I'm going to say the right. You guys are going with the left. Let's split it up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I should have gone with what all the cool kids are doing.
That's right.
Okay, you and Doug are tied at 9s.
Would you rather play for the Los Angeles Lakers or play for Miami Heat?
Lakers.
Lakers.
It's fucking Hollywood.
What the Heat is just known as the team that used to have LeBron, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know much about sports. I'm not a big sports guy, so I'll just go with the crowd on that one. That's for sure.
Oh, really? Just barely.
Yeah, 49.
Would you rather not be able to wear clothes or not be able to speak? Well, here's the thing. You could write shit down. But if you're naked, you get arrested. Doesn't matter how much you scream. No, I had to make a choice.
Get arrested and clothes are actually help you live, you know? I mean, you could freeze to death without clothes, you know, it's for survival.
You could get a job as a mute. I don't think it's illegal.
Right. Doug?
I don't know. There's some people who would...
Yes, they're called hippies.
Nudists.
I'm going to go against the grain and say not be able to wear clothes. Just because you never know.
Okay. Ah, he was right.
People are fucking dumb. And it looks like Doug won then, huh?
Yep.
I've only got one thing to say.
Mm-hmm. What?
Okay.
Did you say what? What?
What? In the butt?
Oh, what?
Yeah, I still can't understand what the fuck that says, Doug.
That's kind of the point at this point. Believe in the Shield, ladies and gentlemen. Believe in the Shield.
Well, thankfully it wasn't a title match like you said, so.
Wouldn't have mattered. Just because
Oh boy.
it won't matter when Nate actually cashes in his title shot. Because let me clue you in on a little something here today. When it comes straight down to it, you were looking at the man. There's only one diamond in this business, and you're looking at him.
But how can you be a diamond though when you're soft?
Soft.
The only one that's soft around here is you with that janky Roman Reigns by himself. Hand tushy thing on the wall there. Replace that with a shield. Then we'll talk.
Well, I'm sure. Well, I'll get Nate back in it here maybe next week, and we're gonna do a title match, and he's gonna throw down the gauntlet, buddy.
The next time that I'm on the same day he is, the title's on the line.
All right then. It's set. It's set. You heard it here, Frank.
What?
What?
In the
We're gonna
butt?
have a title match next time Nate comes on,
Oh. Okay.
and whoever loses is gonna be soft.
Okay. Are we done?
Yeah, we're done unless if anybody has anything to declare here.
I declare we get the fuck out of here.
Hold on, let me pull up some more of these
Nuts.
battle kiosks.
Oh.
These nuts.
Well, goodbye, everybody.
Battle kiosks.
Pull his mic. Pull his fucking mic.
Battle kiosks.
We'll do it live.
Oh boy. No, seriously though, Doug, plug your Iron Addicts and shit.
Of course, Iron Addicts Nation. Check me out on Instagram. On my profile on my Instagram, there is a promo code N10DouglasR. Use that code, you get 10% off your order, and lets them know that I sent you. Also, feel free to tune in over at the Aphrodite's Crush channel coming this Sunday night, 10-ish. Got the Crush cast coming on. Going to be going over some stuff that we couldn't get to last week. So there's that. And the brand new full bore series Cardio Confessions on the channel starting next week.
Now, is your store like the place you're working at, or the Iron Addicts, or either of them doing any deals still throughout the weekend, or was it just today or yesterday?
I haven't seen anything specifically this weekend, so no.
All right then, Frank. I would ask if you had anything to plug with your channel and streams and stuff, but
nope, they just come on sporadically at this point.
No, Wolf. I'm telling you, you need to get on that Wolfenstein stream.
What the shit?
What? Temporary rig.
What the fuck is all this fucking shit on the side? Oh, USB 3.0. Okay, hold on. Battlestations. Behold the Franken system. What the shit? Oh my gosh. What in the hell?
Oh, go back in the where he's like, I'll see your optiplex and raise you my optiplex. There's like 3 of them that are going back and forth. Yeah.
6 gigs of DDR2. 4.75 terabytes of sketchy ass storage.
Core 2 Duo,
Turbocharged.
3.5 stable.
Washed out lighting from crabby fluorescent and foggy skies. Wait. Okay, 4.75 terabytes of sketchy ass storage. 3 random drives pulled from my other machines. Fail smart, but pass surface scans.
Perfect for a machine with no fucks given.
Whoosh, swirl.
Checking to see if there's fucks. No fucks given.
No fucks given. Oh my goodness.
We almost got away, Frank.
Well,
We were so close.
good night, everybody. Play the music.
What the hell? What in the hell?
What in the hell?
Boobs.
Bullet Club.
Shot a scissor.